What the like God named Dagon or Philistine?
That's Philistines.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So that's turned up. So I turned it down. Shabbat Shalom, Kevin. Shabbat Shalom, Kevin, let's see, Mr. Weeds, Canada. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, righteous stranger. All right, Shabbat Shalom. Okay, righteous trying to say, Brother Yehuda, why don't you read the Bible? Septuagint Bible. Do we got a Septuagint Bible here?
That I know of.
Uh, I don't. Well, send me the information up here, and I'll have to get one because I don't think I got there. Yeah, let me write the information down where I can get one at because I don't think I got there. Is it the Old Testament only in it, or it's got the Old and the New in it? Shabbat Shalom, Tonio Ben Yasharel. Shabbat Shalom, Gabriel Ben Israel. Yes, Old Testament. Oh, okay then. Well, I'm gonna get one. Let me spell. Let me see. SEPTI Okay, Bible. Oh, I ain't got no. What's the email? Tell them the email so they gonna. I
Your
guess.
email?
Yeah. Well,
It's
yeah.
Mario Johnson
Okay.
2121 at gmail.com. Mario Johnson 2121 at gmail.com.
Okay.
And that's with one R, not two R's, just one R.
Let's say it again to him.
Mario Johnson 2121 at gmail.com with one R.
Okay. And I'll pay for it. Whatever it costs, I'll pay you back for it. I'll send the money to you. Well, no question. It says the Old Testament only. Yeah, that big. I appreciate that. Who said that? Righteous stranger. Yeah, because I never thought about it. So I'm glad you said something about it. Joel 3:16, the King James Bible, Joel 3:16 state that the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have been sold to the Grecians to do no. Right, yeah, you're right about that. It say that. Yeah, you're right, Gabriel being Israel.
Praise Yah, Elohim, Almighty.
Yeah.
You know I gotta keep the laws. Genesis to Malachi. HOI, House of Israel's up in this. Ooh. Check it. Love. Blessed is the man who observes all other laws is born. Riches on my side to the day I die. See Yahweh will swarm. Fear the king. Let us sing to the rock of our salvation. Be strong and very courageous. Wait on him to be patient. Exercise goodness and keep all his Sabbath days. Speak not your own words. Glorify Yah only. I'm on my E20. 6 commandments for your dummies. I must be in Egypt because everywhere I see. Me and Jacob walk around. Many murders in my town. Many churches. Many curses in my town. Upright, I'd rather die than to sell my soul for a couple dollars. Praise Yahweh, Elohim, give him the glory and the honor. People out here hypnotized. People out here Christianized. We victims of genocide. False prophets telling lies. Christ, yeah, he never died. For our sins, I'll tell you why. Because he changes not. I'm talking about the Most High. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the way of life. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life. Praise Yahweh Almighty, righteousness drop. They told me to cut my hair. I told them I'm going locks. I won't mar up my beard. I won't round the corners of my head. Leviticus, what Christ said is ridiculous. Look your enemies, hate your mama. Turn a cheek, keep bringing drama. Raven images, I won't let you steal any other's honor. Keep it true, gotta love it. Praise Yah, don't love it. The laws all my life, there is nothing else above it. There's no God beside Yah, H-O-Y, keeps it real. R.I.P. Trayvon, R.I.P. Emmett Till, R.I.P. all my beats that were slain off on the streets. I'm Yahweh's battle axe, kill off this wicked beast. Fret not itself in any wise to do evil for evil doers shall be cut off quickly. The day Yah will come swiftly. Deuteronomy chapter 6, 4, Yahweh is one. Exodus chapter 4, verse 22, I'm his son. Meditate in the ways of life. Get it wrong, make y'all a new song. See the truth and carry on the legacy. I see agony, I hear blasphemy. Christianity always brought tragedy in the homes, churches on every corner. Still slaves, just packed with blacks. Still got us in their cages. It amazes me how my people don't consider. Praise Yahweh Elohim, his strong arm delivers. I'm talking about his right hand. I'm talking about his wonders. I'm talking about his commands. I'm so scared of his thunders. Unite my brothers in the laws of the king, who the king, Elohim, no betweens, the supreme. I will see more love his ways. I will walk in all his ways. Fear his name all of my days. I let it keep his Sabbath days. Holy, he the only redeemer and judge. I put all of my trust in all of my love, and I will tell you day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life. Meditating day and night, and I'm walking in the ways of life.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahudah ben Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yahweh. And I want to give all honor, glory, worship, praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now today's topic, I'm going to talk about do not transgress against Yahweh or his laws. In other words, everybody on this earth have transgressed the laws of Yahweh, including me. The whole world, all nations on this earth have transgressed against Yahweh. But when you learn better, you're supposed to do better. That's what it's all about. The Almighty wants you to change your rotten, no good, dirty, wicked ways, and he'll have mercy on you. In captivity or out of captivity, it don't make no difference. It's all about change. And that's one thing our people have a problem with, changing. Everybody is comfortable or their lifestyle or how they living, and they think they right in their own mind, but in Yahweh's eyes and mind is you living a lie. And I'm gonna show you according to this book. When you turn from your wicked ways, he'll have mercy on your tail. But if you stay the same, he gonna knock your head off, just like he gonna do all the wicked. So it's all about change, y'all. And our people have a problem with changing. Because when you've been brainwashed, bamboozled, and hoodwinked for so long, when you hear the truth, it sounds strange and crazy to you. And you think the other person is wrong and stuff because you've been brainwashed, bamboozled, and hoodwinked, so you don't know the difference. When you do hear the truth, it don't sound right to you. So it's all about change. And, we all have transgressed against Yahweh. And like I said, and I'm going to say it again, when you learn better, you're supposed to do better. And that's what make the Most High so merciful. So I'm going to start, look up the word transgression.
Transgress, to break a law or rule, do wrong, sin, to pass over or go beyond.
So transgression means sin, doing wrong, and breaking the law, breaking Yahweh's law. Shabbat Shalom, Jude Gladly. Shabbat Shalom, Yahweh's portion. Okay, all right. Okay, Shabbat Shalom, Abedin. Or what's your opinion or potential 6 in the whole book? Well, we'll talk about that another time. I'm finna go and get started. What's important is the transgression against law, because that ain't really important right now. Today I'm gonna talk about, I might talk about it a little later on, but I want to get on in my subject and talk about transgression against Yahweh law, because that's very, very important. Now let's go to Exodus. Okay, Exodus 34, and we're going to start at the first verse. Shabbat Shalom, Rastel here. Shabbat Shalom, Ben, y'all. Okay, yeah. Everybody turn to Exodus 34, and we're going to start the first verse.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 1. And Yahweh said unto Moses, hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and I will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou breakest. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning upon Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount. And no man shall come up with thee, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount, neither let the flocks nor herds feed before that mount. And he hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first. And Moses rose up early in the morning and went up unto Mount Sinai as Yahweh had commanded him.
He did everything that the Most High asked him to do.
And took in his hand the 2 tables of stone. And Yahweh descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of Yahweh. And Yahweh passed by before him and proclaimed, Yahweh, Yahweh Elohim, merciful and gracious, long-suffering, and abundant in goodness and truth.
Now, if the Almighty wasn't merciful, wouldn't be nobody living today. He got to be merciful to put up with us and the whole world.
Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin.
Y'all see that word transgression? Almighty say, well, say it again. Read it slow. Read that 7 slow.
Keeping mercy for thousands.
Keeping mercy for thousands. See, we are part of the thousands.
Forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin.
Forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin. The Almighty Yahweh is so merciful that he forgive us from our transgression. He know we've been rotten and no good and dirty and low down. But when you learn better, you do better. That's what make him forgive you, because you're going to change. You ain't going to stay the same, but if you stay the same, you're going to get your head knocked off. Now, read it loud. Read that 7 loud again.
Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty.
It ain't going to clear the guilty.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the 3rd and to the 4th generation.
See, he going to visit you. That's right. He going to visit it. Okay, let's go to Numbers. Let's see. Numbers 14. Numbers 14. We'll start the first verse.
Numbers chapter 14, verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
Now, why did these people was always against Moses and Aaron? Because they was rotten. Moses was righteous and Aaron was righteous, but come on, keep reading. Watch.
And the whole congregation said to them, Would Elohim that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would Elohim we had died in this wilderness?
Always complaining. Black folks always want it better. Ain't never good enough. Always complaining. Read.
And wherefore hath Yahweh brought us unto this land?
Why did Yahweh bring us to this land?
To fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey. Were it not better for us to return into Egypt?
See, they'd rather be a slave, rather be in Egypt, rather to be under somebody's reign. They always want somebody to rule over them.
And they said one to another, let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt.
Ain't this retarded? Now, just picture us going out to the wilderness from here. And we get to the wilderness, all about everybody, man, let's go back to the United States. Let's get Obama or somebody to be our king. We can go back to the United States. We'd rather be in the United States than to serve Yahweh. Same different, boy. These people retarded. Read.
Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it is an exceeding good land. If Yahweh delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against Yahweh.
Only rebel not against Yahweh. Do not transgress against Yahweh. That's all he wants us not to do. Don't transgress. Don't rebel. Read.
Neither fear ye the people of the land.
Don't be scared of all these people, because it's 1 million in them, about 20 of y'all.
For they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and Yahweh is with us.
Yahweh, they took all they had from them, and Yahweh was with us.
Fear them not.
Don't be scared of nobody, because they taller than you. They got more guns than you. They bigger than you, and there's more than them.
But all the congregation they stoned them with stones. And the glory of Yahweh appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And Yahweh said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me?
How long these people going to provoke? Right now today, the people provoking Yahweh. This ain't changed yet. The same people was back then as right now. How long they going to provoke Yahweh?
And how long will ye be ere they believe me?
How long you ain't going to believe that Yahweh going to knock your head off? He going to kill you one day and then break it off in you. He uses weather to destroy you. All the weather he used. And he used other people too.
For all the signs which I have showed among them.
All the signs he showed in Egypt. He plagued Egypt 10 times and showed them that I could part the Red Sea, that I could kill the firstborn of the Egyptian, that I could put flies and frogs and lice and all this stuff. I plagued Egypt. I showed y'all what I can do.
I will smite them with the pestilence.
I'll smite you with my animals, the pestilence.
And disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. And Moses said unto Yahweh, then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people in thy might from among them, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. For they have heard that thou, Yahweh, art among this people, that thou, Yahweh, art seen face to face, and that thy cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud and a pillar of fire by night.
See how the Almighty protecting us?
Now, if thou shalt kill all these people as one man,
if Moses telling Yahweh this,
then the nations which have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, because Yahweh was not able to bring this people into the land which he swore unto them, therefore he hath slain them in the wilderness.
So in other words, all the people going to be bragging about all Yahweh did was brought the Israelites into the wilderness to kill them, because he couldn't do what he said he was going to do, or he just brought them out to kill them. But this was Moses telling them.
And now I beseech thee,
Moses said, I beg thee,
let the power of my Yahweh be great, according as thou hast spoken, saying, Yahweh is long suffering.
Yahweh is long suffering to put up with us,
and of great mercy,
and great mercy to put up with us.
forgiving iniquity and transgression,
Yahweh is the only one that can forgive your transgression and your iniquity, and we got plenty of it.
and by no means clearing the guilty,
And by no means, don't get it twisted, but clearing the guiltless.
visiting
The guilty.
visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. Pardon, I beseech thee, the iniquity of this people according unto the greatness of thy mercy.
Now Moses begging the Almighty Yahweh and praying to him, pardon thee, forgive the iniquity of the people.
And as thou hast forgiven this people from Egypt even until now.
Even until now.
And Yahweh said, I have pardoned according to thy word.
I listened to Moses. Yahweh said, I listened to Moses. I never listened to nobody in the New Testament. I didn't listen to JC when he was on the cross, dying, hollering my name. Why God, why he forsaken me? I didn't listen to John the Baptist before he got his head chopped off. I didn't listen to them people over in the New Testament. I listened to Moses. Now read that again. I want this to sink in these people's head to let you know the Almighty on the talking. He listened to the people in the Old Testament, not the New Testament. Read that again. 19.
Pardon, I beseech thee.
This Moses talking. Forgive thee, Yahweh.
The iniquity of this people according to the greatness of thy mercy.
Forgive the people according to your greatness, Yahweh. This Moses talking.
And as thou hast forgiven this people.
Just like you have forgiven this people.
From Egypt even until now.
From Egypt until now. Now watch the next verse.
And Yahweh said.
Yahweh talking. Yahweh said to Moses, what did he tell him?
I have pardoned according to thy word.
I forgave the people because of you, Moses, not because of what Paul said, John said, Luke and Tim and them hillbilly. I listened to Moses. I didn't listen to nobody in no New Testament. Read.
But as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of Yahweh, because all those men which have seen my glory,
which have seen Yahweh glory,
and my miracles,
and have seen Yahweh miracles,
which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness.
And he gonna do it in the United States. The same thing he did in Egypt, he gonna do it from this land too. But it's gonna be more miraculous this time than Egypt.
And have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice. Surely they shall not see the land which I swore unto their fathers.
That's right. They ain't gonna see the land, but it's gonna tell you the ones that gonna see the land.
Neither shall any of them that provoke me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him.
Caleb had a different spirit than everybody else. These brothers, me and y'all brothers and sisters here, we got a different spirit than these people out here that's claiming to be this and claiming to be that, trying to break the laws and commandments. That we got Righteous Stranger got a different spirit. Jewel Gladys, Yah's Portion, Abedin, Rostov Hill, and Ben Yah. And the Linus Arthur. See, we got a different spirit in these people. We ain't nothing like these folks. They'll do anything. They hate Yah. Because if they love Yah, they'll keep his commandments. That's how you know they hate Yah. Now read that verse again.
But my servant Caleb. Because he had another spirit with him.
We got a different spirit than these people. Read.
And follow me fully.
And we follow Yahweh all the way to the grave, y'all, fully. We don't believe in the New Testament. We don't believe in Islam. We don't believe in Christianity, holidays, Father's Day, pork chops, Thanksgiving, voting, and Democrat, Republican. We don't think like these. We don't do this. Read.
Him will I bring unto the land whereunto he went.
He gonna bring him into the land because he had a different spirit. He ain't never voted. He don't do this junk that everybody else do in the United States.
And his seed shall possess it. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwell in the valley. Tomorrow turn you and get you into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, how long shall I bear with this evil congregation?
How long should I deal and put up with this evil people? Almighty ready to knock their head off. And the only reason why he didn't knock their head off because Moses. He stayed in the gap. Between, you got Yahweh here, the people here, and Moses in the middle. He filling the gap for us. Read.
Which murmur against me.
Which always complaining. Always got something to say slick out their mouth. Complaining about, man, y'all, I want a double cheeseburger from Wendy's. I want a steak from Ponderosa. I want some this and that. Read.
I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel.
I heard these people complaining because we can't go to Wendy's. We can't go to Steak and Shake, and Burger King, and Red Lobster, and all this junk. Read.
Which they murmur against me.
Which they murmured against the Most High Yah all the time. Always complaining, ain't never satisfied.
Say unto them, as truly as I live, saith Yahweh, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you.
I'm going to knock your head off. I hear you talking. Don't think I don't hear you whispering, because even when you whisper, I hear that too. Read.
Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness.
Your carcass gonna fall in the window because you running your alligator mouth. You saying things that you ain't supposed to be talking about. Talking about you can't keep the law. We don't know when the Sabbath day is. I need a double cheeseburger from Wendy's. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm voting in the morning. I'm finna go buy some Christmas presents. I'm a Thanksgiving meal. I got the Memorial Day coming up. I got all this retarded stuff that you do. Read. Brainwash, bamboos, and hoodwink. Read.
And all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward.
From 20 years old and upward. That's when you grown, not 18, 17. When the book say 20 years old, you consider grown. Not no 16, 18, and 19. You got to be 20 years old to be grown in the eyes of Yah. Read.
Which shall murmur against me.
And all the ones that running their mouth, complaining, murmuring against the Most High because he ain't got them no double cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Doubtless ye shall not come into the land.
You ain't coming into the land because you got a different spirit than Caleb and Joshua. You ain't got the same kind of spirit because they didn't never call themselves a Democrat or Republican or never voted. Celebrated these pagan holidays and put up Easter eggs and hunting and all that junk. They didn't do that.
Concerning which I swore to make you dwell therein, said Caleb the son of Jephunneh.
Sub Caleb.
And Joshua the son of Nun.
And Joshua the son of Nun. They're going to be there.
But your little ones, which he said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised.
They gonna know the land which you despise.
But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness.
But for everybody else, you gonna die and get your head knocked off.
And your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years.
And your children gonna wander in the wilderness 40 years while you dead and got your head knocked off.
And bury your whoredoms.
And they gonna bury your whoredom.
Until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness, after the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise. I, Yahweh, have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil generation.
He gonna do it to all the evil generation. He's still gonna knock it. He the same Yahweh back then, right now, today. If you don't change from your rotten, no good, dirty, wicked ways, he gonna do the same thing he did back then. He gonna do it again today. He ain't gonna play with you. He gonna knock you. He sent me the popcorn to tell y'all what to do and stop transgressing against the Most High Yah. Read.
That are gathered together against me, and this wilderness they shall be consumed.
Everybody that's against Yahweh gonna be consumed. He just told you.
And there they shall die.
And you gonna get your head knocked off. You gonna die. Why? Because you transgressing against the Most High. When you learn better, you're supposed to do better. What verse you at?
36. And the man which Moses sent to search the land, who returned, and made all the congregation to murmur against them by bringing up a slander upon the land. Even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land died by the plague before Yahweh.
They died. That's right.
But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of the men that went to search the land, lived still. And Moses told these things. And Moses told these sayings unto all the children of Israel, and the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning and gat them up into the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and will go up unto the place which Yahweh had promised, for we have sinned.
You got to acknowledge your sin. When you sin, you got to acknowledge to the Most High that you sin.
And Moses said, Wherefore now do ye transgress the commandment of Yahweh?
And when you transgress the commandment of Yahweh, that's a sin. I don't care who you is. When you transgress the commandment, mean you don't keep the commandment, that's a sin.
But it shall not prosper.
You ain't going to prosper when you transgress.
Go not up, for Yahweh is not among you.
Go up, but Yahweh ain't with you. Why? Because you transgressing against the commandment. He ain't gonna never be against the be with you, and you hate him. You ain't keeping his commandment and law. Instead, the Almighty ain't gonna never be with you.
That ye be not smitten before your enemies, for the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword.
And you gonna die by him.
Because ye are turned away from Yahweh.
Because you turn away from, how do you turn away from Yahweh? When you transgress his commandment. That's how you turn away against Yahweh.
Therefore Yahweh will not be with you.
Yahweh ain't gonna be with nobody that transgress against him. He ain't gonna be with me if I transgress against him. So he ain't gonna be with nobody. Read that again.
For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword, because you are turned away from Yahweh.
You're going to fall by the sword because you turn from Yahweh. How you turn from Yahweh is when you don't keep his commandments, laws, and statutes.
Therefore Yahweh will not be with you.
Yahweh ain't going to be with nobody that don't keep his commandments, laws, and statutes. That's that simple.
But they presumed to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless, the ark of the covenant of Yahweh and Moses departed not out of the camp. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them, even unto Hormah.
That's right. Lock their head off. Let's go to Deuteronomy 26. I'm going to start at the first verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 1. And it shall be, when thou art come in unto the land which Yahweh that Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance, and possesses it, and dwellest therein, that thou shalt take of the first of all the fruit of the earth, which thou shalt bring of thy land that Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee, and shall put it in a basket, and shall go unto the place which Yahweh thy Elohim shall choose to place his name there. And thou shalt go unto the priest that shall be in those days, and said to him, I profess this day unto Yahweh thy Elohim, that I am come unto the country which Yahweh swore unto our fathers for to give us. And the priest shall take the basket out of thy hand, and set it down before the altar of Yahweh thy Elohim. And thou shalt speak and say before Yahweh thy Elohim, a Syrian ready to perish was my father, and he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few.
Now, y'all, this Syrian is Abraham. Abraham was a Syrian till he crossed over to the Almighty, because Hebrew means crossed over. When he crossed him over to be a Hebrew, Abraham was a Syrian. Read, watch this. Read that fifth verse again.
And thou shalt speak and say before Yahweh the Elohim, a Syrian ready to perish was my father, and he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous. And the Egyptians evil entreated us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard bondage. And when we cried unto Yahweh Elohim of our fathers, the Yahweh heard our voice, and looked on our affliction, and our labor, and our oppression.
You know, see, when you're in captivity and bondage, you cry to Yahweh, he'll hear you when you got a righteous heart.
And Yahweh brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and with a outstretched arm, and with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders. And he have brought us into this place, and have given us this land, even a land that flow with milk and honey. And now, behold, I have brought the first fruits of the land, which thou, O Yahweh, hast given me. And thou shalt set it before Yahweh the Elohim, and worship before Yahweh the Elohim. And thou shalt rejoice in every good thing which Yahweh the Elohim have given unto thee, and unto thine house, thou and the Levite, and the stranger that is among you. When thou hast made an end of tithing all the tithes of thy increase the third year, which is the year of tithing.
See, that's when tithes start when you get back to the land. Tithe don't start over here.
Has given it unto the Levite.
The Levites. Ain't no Levites here. Where they at if they over here?
The stranger, the fatherless, and the widow.
See, that the tithes is for the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. That's what the tithes for. It ain't for nobody else.
That they may eat within thy gates and be filled. Then thou shalt say before Yahweh the Elohim, I have brought away the hollow things out of my house, and also have given them unto the Levite, and unto the stranger, to the fatherless, and to the widow, according to all thy commandments which which thou hast commanded me. I have not transgressed thy commandments, neither have I forgotten them.
That's right. I ain't transgressed commandment. I ain't forgotten. There you go. Okay, let's go to Joshua. Okay, Joshua 7 and start the first verse. 7 and 1.
Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took up the accursed thing.
Took up a cursed thing. Now watch this cursed thing. What's going to happen?
And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against the children of Israel.
He was mad at us because of this cursed thing that Achish had did, and Zabadiah, and read.
And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bethaven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few. So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shibarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of Yahweh until the eventide, he and all the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Yahweh Elohim, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us? Would to Elohim we had been content and dwelt on the other side Jordan. O Yahweh, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us round, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do unto thy great name? And Yahweh said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face?
Get up while you lying on your face.
Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them.
Israel have sinned, they transgressed the covenant of Yahweh.
For they have even taken of the accursed thing.
They took in these cursed things. Watch this.
And have also stolen and disassembled also, and they have put it among their own stuff.
They stole this stuff and put it with their stuff. Watch this.
Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies,
That's the reason why the children of Israel lost and couldn't stand before the enemy, because they stole some and put it in their house.
but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed.
Because they were accursed.
Neither will I be with you anymore.
I ain't going to be with you anymore, and you stealing, you breaking the commandments and laws and stuff. I told you I ain't going to be with you because you're accursed.
Except ye destroy the accursed from among you.
Only way I'm going to be with you, you got to destroy the curse. Get rid of the evil, rotten, no good, dirty people.
Up, sanctify the people, and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow.
Tomorrow, sanctify yourself, clean up.
For thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel, there is an accursed thing in the midst of thee.
There is a cursed thing amidst you, around you.
O Israel, thou canst not stand before thy enemies.
I ain't going to let you win no fight because you are cursed until you get rid of these people. You're going to always lose.
Until ye take away the accursed thing from among you.
I ain't going to let you win another fight until you take away the cursed things among you. Get away the cursed things.
In the morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribes.
In the morning, be brought according to your tribe.
And it shall be that the tribe which Yahweh taketh shall come according to the families thereof, and the family which Yahweh shall take shall come by households, and the household which Yahweh shall take shall come man by man.
Man by man.
And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire.
Everybody that's got something stolen in their house gonna burn up. I'm gonna knock their head off. You got that you got that 75-inch TV that you got from somebody else. You stole that gold, them diamonds, and put it in your house and thought you got away with it.
He and all that he hath.
Everything that you have gonna burn up.
Because he have transgressed the covenant of Yahweh.
And when you stealing, you transgressing against Yahweh. Thou shalt not steal. That's the 8th commandment. You stealing and thinking the Almighty don't see your tail. He see everything.
And because he have wrought folly in Israel.
And you have wrought folly in Israel. When you all together as a nation, one person can cause the whole person to get their head knocked off. The Almighty say, get rid of the cursed person and thing and separate them. Then I get back on y'all team. Until then, I'm not studying you. Read.
So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarhites, and he brought the family of the Zarhites man by man, and Zabdi was taken. And he brought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, was taken. And Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to Yahweh Elohim of Israel, and make confession unto him.
And make a confession to him. Confess to Yah.
And tell me now what thou hast done.
You tell me the truth, what you done did.
Hide it not from me.
Don't tell me no lie. Don't hide it and say you didn't do it and I know you did it.
And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against Yahweh Elohim of Israel.
That's right. You're supposed to confess that you have sinned against Yahweh.
And thus have I done.
And this what I did.
When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonian garment.
When I seen that $5,000 tuxedo, that $5,000 herringbone, that gold, when I seen that Rolex watch.
And 200 shekels of silver.
And I seen that bag of money.
And a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight.
And I seen another bag of gold of money.
Then I coveted them.
I coveted, mean I wanted it. I say, give it. I'm taking this with me. Read.
And took them.
And I took it.
And behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent.
And I hid it in the earth in the midst until I went in there and stole it. I see that all that gold and the diamond, that Rolex watch, and that what the Louis Vuitton outfit that I wanted. I stole it and took it and went and hid it. Read.
And silver under it.
And I silver under it.
So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent.
And Joshua sent messengers and ran to the tent.
And behold, it was hid in his tent.
It was hid in his tent.
And the silver under it.
And the silver was under it.
And they took them out of the midst of the tent.
And they took it out of the midst of the tent.
And brought them unto Joshua.
And brother John, here it is. Hit a Rolex watch. Hit a Louis Vuitton suit. Hit a Michael Jordan gym shoes.
And to all the children of Israel, and laid them out before Yahweh. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had, and they brought them unto the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, Why hast thou troubled us? Yahweh shall trouble thee this day.
Yahweh gonna trouble us today because of you. This thing doing okay. It start. Go ahead.
And all Israel stoned him with stones.
And all Israel stoned him with stones because he troubled the Most High, and the Almighty gonna knock your head off. One person can get everybody killed. That's when they had that gold. That means say, look, whoever stole that dope, whoever stole whatever they stole, get it, and you gonna get your head knocked off because you ain't had no business doing the first place. You knew you supposed to keep the commandments.
And burned them with fire.
And burned them with fire.
After they had stoned them with stones.
After they stoned them with stones, what verse you at?
26.
Okay.
And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So Yahweh turned from the fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of that place was called the Valley of Achor unto this day.
Okay. If somebody stay with you, this is a prime example. Somebody stay with you, go to Walmart and steal some, and had it in the house. The Almighty sent, but you don't know where he got it. The Almighty said, look, man, somebody in your house did this, man. You go to all your kids with it, man, you stole out of Walmart. Who stole some Walmart? Well, I did. Okay, when you confess, you're going to get your head knocked off because you ain't had no business stealing. You done brought a cursed thing, and you done cursed the whole house because you got something in your house and stole it. When people live with you, you got to be careful who stay with you because they can curse your whole house. Just because they stay with you and go to Walmart and steal something, you don't know it. You ain't go to Walmart with them. They come and bring something in your house. That house could be cursed on the count of that same person knocked off. So you have to be careful how people staying with you and riding with you, getting stolen stuff, because a lot of times they get you knocked off. Okay, let's go to let's go to 1 Samuel. What was that I just got through reading? Joshua?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I want 1 Samuel 15. Let's go to 15. Okay, yeah, 1 Samuel 15 and 1.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, Yahweh sent me to anoint thee.
Yahweh sent Samuel to Saul to anoint him
king over his people,
to be read
over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of Yahweh.
Now, if I'm a prophet, which I'm not, I'm saying if I was a prophet, I'm saying I come into a person that's going to be king, and I say, listen to Yahweh, because I'm coming from Yahweh. These ain't my word, these Yahweh word. Now watch that, read.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts.
I said, thus said Yahweh of hosts.
I remember that which Amalek did to Israel.
I remember what somebody did to Israel.
How he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek.
Now go and kill Amalek. Go to a city and kill Amalek.
And utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not.
And don't leave no, so kill the roaches too. Kill everybody in the city. Amalek, because Amalek played a game. He did something I didn't like, and the Almighty telling me to tell you to go to that city and kill everybody there. Watch this, read.
But slay both man and woman.
Spare all the men and the women.
Infant and suckling.
Babies and all. Newborn babies. 6 months old.
Oxen, sheep. Camel and ass.
In other words, you got an order from the prophet to kill everybody in that town. Now read.
And Saul gathered the people together
And Saul gathered people together.
and numbered them in Telaim 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek
He went to the city of Amalek
and lay wait in the valley.
and waited in the valley in Amalek. I can use any city. That's the state of Missouri, anywhere.
And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them.
Went to some more people, said, man, y'all get out of town, because I ain't got no beef with y'all. I ain't come here to do nothing to y'all. I'm looking for the Amalekites. Only the Amalekites.
For ye show kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt.
You did us a favor. You was 100. You let us drink the water. You let our animals eat your grass. So you was cool with us. You wasn't like the Amalek. You playing games. Read.
So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites.
The Canaanites got little. They gave 86. They got out of sight because I ain't got no beef with y'all, man. If y'all gonna stay here and help them now, y'all gonna get killed, all y'all too. But they went on left.
And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comes to Shur.
So Saul started knocking their head off.
That is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive.
Oh, this is where he messed up at. He killed everybody but Amalek the king. He let the king live, y'all. This was the violation that the Most High didn't like. Now watch what happened. Watch the lick.
Utterly destroy all the people with the edge of the sword.
He destroyed everybody in that city with the edge of the sword, but he didn't kill the king of Agag.
But Saul and the people spared Agag.
They spared Agag. Almighty say, kill everybody. Dogs, cats, roaches, whatever, the mosquitoes, kill all the human beings, the babies, and everybody. Read.
And the best of the sheep.
And he kept the best of the sheep. Now he didn't violate it because he disrespected the Most High. The Almighty told you to go handle that business. You didn't handle it. You took care the way you wanted to take care. You left Agag alive, and what else he do?
And of the oxen.
You kept the sheep, the oxen.
And of the fatlings.
And the fatlings.
And the lambs.
And the lambs.
And all that was good.
And you took everything that was good. Instead of you doing what Yahweh say do, you want to do what you want to do. I'm going to keep Agag the king, and I'm going to keep the best of the sheep and the horses and the Tennessee walkers and all that. I'm going to keep the good animals, but you ain't supposed to do. The Almighty say kill everybody. Read.
And would not utterly destroy them.
And you didn't kill everybody like the Almighty told you to do. Samuel told you to go take care of that business. You took a half of the business. You didn't take care of all the business. Read.
But everything that was vile and refuse, that they destroyed utterly.
They killed everything that wasn't no good.
Then came the word of Yahweh unto Samuel.
Then Yahweh saw that he disobeyed him. I told you to do it one way, you did it another way.
Saying, it repented me that I have set up Saul to be king.
Yeah, I regretted that I made this man king when I thought he was 100 and he playing games. Read.
For he is turned back from following me.
He turned from following me. That means he didn't obey Yahweh. When the Almighty tell you to go handle that business, you supposed to handle it and take care. Knock everything off. Don't leave nothing living. And he didn't do that. Read.
And have not performed my commandments.
And you didn't listen to what Yahweh said. Yahweh said, go to that city and kill everything that move and don't move. And you didn't do it. You kept the king and the animals.
And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto Yahweh all night.
He cried unto Yahweh all night because he was upset because this man disobeyed the Most High Yah.
And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and is gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal. And Samuel came to Saul.
Yeah, Samuel came to Saul, the hard-headed man.
And Saul said to him.
And Saul said to him, now watch this last Saul tell.
Blessed be thou, Yahweh. I have performed the commandment of Yahweh.
You a lie. You ain't performed no commandment of Yahweh. Yahweh told you to handle that business. You ain't take care like you supposed to take care. If the Almighty tell you to go buy 1 gallon of milk at Walmart and you buy 5 gallons of milk, you wouldn't violate it because he told you to buy 1. You ain't listening. Y'all read.
And Samuel said, what meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in my ears?
What is I'm listening to? I'm hearing these sheep over here crying, hey, man. I'm hearing all this stuff like that. You ain't did what the Almighty say, do. Read.
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear.
I hear these animals. I thought you said you took care of the business.
And Saul said,
told a lie.
They had brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen.
I didn't tell you to spare nothing. I didn't tell you to get nothing good. I told you to handle that business, kill everything.
To sacrifice unto Yahweh the Elohim.
I didn't ask you for no sacrifice, Saul. I didn't say do that. I said go to the city and kill Amalek and all his people and everything and all the animals, but you did the opposite. Read.
And the rest we have utterly destroyed.
Yeah, you supposed to destroy all of it, not the rest, all.
Then Samuel said unto Saul.
What did he say?
Stay, and I will tell thee what Yahweh have said to me this night.
Stay, and I'm going to tell you what Yahweh said.
And he said unto him, say on. And Samuel said, when thou wast little in thy own sight.
What verse you at?
17.
Okay.
Was thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel, and Yahweh anointed thee king over Israel?
That's right.
And Yahweh sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
I told you to go handle that business, go down there, kill Amalek and all the rest of them, and you passed it, you failed the test. Almighty tell you to do something, you're supposed to do it. I don't care what it is. Do it! Read.
Wherefore then didst thou now obey the voice of Yahweh?
Why you didn't listen to what Yahweh said? Yahweh said, go handle that business.
But didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of Yahweh.
You did evil because you kept some of it for yourself. Talking about the sacrifice. I got this cow and this lamb over in the sacrifice to Yahweh. I ain't studying no sacrifice. Almighty don't care nothing about no sacrifice. He wants you to obey what he say. I told you to go to Walmart and get 1 gallon of chocolate milk. You got me 5 gallons of white milk. Listen, I ain't studying you no more. Read.
And Saul said unto Samuel, yea, I have obeyed the voice of Yahweh.
No, you ain't liar. You ain't obeyed nothing.
And have gone the way which Yahweh sent me.
You a lie.
And have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
I told you to kill the king and all. I didn't ask you to save him.
And the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto Yahweh that Elohim in Gilgal.
I didn't want no sacrifice. I didn't ask you for no sacrifice, fool. Read.
And Samuel said,
this was Samuel told Saul.
hath Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices?
Do the Almighty care about a sacrifice or offering? He don't care nothing about no sacrifice, no offering.
As in obeying the voice of Yahweh.
He'd rather for you to obey his voice than give him a sacrifice. He ain't care nothing about no sacrifice, no offering, fool.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
To obey the Most High voice is better than sacrifices. He ain't studying your sacrifice. Take that sacrifice and stick it up your ASS.
And to hearken in the fat of rams.
He ain't studying none of that. Read.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Rebellious mean when I tell you to do something you don't do it, you rebellious like a witch. White witchcraft. If I tell you to go and handle that business and you don't handle it the way I say handle it, you are rebellious like a witch. Read.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
That's right.
Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh.
Because you didn't listen to the word of Yahweh.
He hath also rejected thee from being king.
He have rejected you from being king. It's just that simple. You either gonna obey Yahweh or you not. Ain't no in between. Ain't no nothing there. Either you love Yahweh or you hate him. And if you love him, you're going to do what Yahweh say. And if you hate him, you ain't going to do nothing he say. Read.
And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned.
Then he confessed, I sinned. But at first you told Samuel, oh man, I done took care of the business for the Most High. And we cool and straight. And Samuel said, what is that out here making that noise? Oh, man, my people's got that. We going to eat on that. We going to make some sacrifice for you. I ain't tell you none of that. Read.
For I have transgressed the commandment of Yahweh.
That's right. You have anytime the Almighty Yahweh tell you to do something, you go and you don't do it. That's a transgression. You have transgressed against the law. At least he did confess, but it was too late. Read.
And thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice.
I listen to what the people say. If the Almighty tell me to handle that business, I ain't listening to nobody but him. Can't nobody tell me nothing but Yah. You think I'm gonna listen to my grandmama, my granddaddy, my mama, my daddy, my kids, my wife, and my family and friends and whoever? I ain't studying none of them. Yahweh told me to go handle that business. I'm gonna handle that business like he say handle it. I ain't gonna do it no other way. Read that again.
And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of Yahweh.
That's right. You disobeyed the Most High.
And thy words, because I feared the people.
I fear the people. And most people fear people. They listen to what the people say. They ain't studying what y'all say. That would get your head knocked off.
And obeyed their voice.
I obey what the people say. Oh, we'll do it this way. Oh, we're going to do it that way. Oh, we're going to come up with another. The Almighty say, do it his way. Read.
Now therefore, I pray thee, pardon my sin, and turn again with me.
Let's see if Yahweh going to pardon the sin and forgive him.
That I may worship Yahweh.
No, you supposed to be worshiping before this even happened.
And Samuel said unto Saul, I will now return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh.
You ain't studying Yah.
And Yahweh hath rejected thee from being king over Israel.
And because you ain't studying Yahweh, he ain't studying you. The same thing apply today. If you ain't studying Yahweh, he ain't studying you. And the only reason why you still living because he's a merciful God. He forgiving transgress. That's all I needed out of that. That's the only reason why you woke up this morning. Almighty mad at you every day. Don't think he ain't. Hold it. I want to go there one time. Let these rotten, no good, wicked, dirty people know that Almighty is mad at you every day. Let's go to, let me go to Psalms. I think it's 9 and 17. Let me let the world know that he mad at the wicked every day. Just because he ain't killed you don't mean he ain't mad at you. Is you crazy? Yeah, go to Psalm 7 and 11.
Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. Elohim judgeth the righteous, and Elohim is angry with the wicked every day.
He mad at you every day. Just because he ain't killed you yet, he's still mad at you every day. Read it again.
Elohim judgeth the righteous, and Elohim is angry with the wicked every day.
Every day he mad at you. That's right. Now let's go to what was that first? That was let's go to 1 Samuel. Go to 1 Samuel chapter 2. Start at 21. 1 Samuel chapter 2, 21.
1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 21. And Yahweh visited Hannah so that she conceived and bare 3 sons and 2 daughters. And the child Samuel grew before Yahweh. Now Eli was very old and heard all that his sons did unto all Israel, and how they lay with the women that assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
They had sex with the women at the door of the tabernacle, Samuel's son. They was rotten.
And he said unto them, why do ye such things?
Why y'all doing this?
For I hear of your evil dealings by all this people. Nay, my sons, for it is no good report that I hear. Ye make Yahweh's people to transgress.
I mean Eli. I made a mistake. I meant Eli's sons. Read.
If one man sin against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against Yahweh, who shall entreat for him?
That's right. Who gonna save him from Yahweh knocking his head off?
Notwithstanding, they hearkened not to the voice of their father, because Yahweh would slay them. And the child Samuel grew on and was in favor both with Yahweh.
That's all I need right there. Let me go to, let's see. Let's go to 1 Kings. 1 Kings. 8 and 46. 1 King 8 and 46.
First Kings chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not,
There ain't nobody no sin.
and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy.
Now, while you in captivity, while you being a slave, Almighty say get mad at you and put you in captivity.
Far or near.
Far and near. We far, and Egypt was near.
Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whether they were carried captives.
Yet if you think of yourself while you in the United States and while you in the land of your captivity, wherever you in slavery,
and repent,
and when you in your captivity enemy land, you repent
and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captive,
and make supplication while you in captivity,
saying, we have sinned and have done perversely, we have committed wickedness.
Now while you in captivity, if you sin, while you sinning, you confess to Yahweh that I have been a rotten, no good, dirty dog, that I'm wicked and rotten and everything. Now you say this in your prayer to Yahweh.
And so return unto thee with all their heart.
And return to Yahweh with all your heart.
And with all their soul in the land of their enemies.
While you in captivity, while you are being a slave, do this prayer while you in slavery.
Which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land.
And you pray toward the land which is Jerusalem, the east.
Which thou gavest unto their fathers.
Gave it to Father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
The city which thou hast chosen.
The city was Jerusalem that he chosen. He chose no other city but Jerusalem.
And the house which I have built for thy name.
That's right.
Then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause.
And hear their supplication and maintain their cause while they in captivity, while they being a slave in somebody else's land.
And forgive thy people that have sinned against thee.
And forgive the people that have sinned against thee, Yahweh.
And all their transgressions wherein they have transgressed against thee.
And all their transgression while they was in captivity, while they sinned against you. That's when I said when you learn better, you're supposed to do better.
And give them compassion before them who carried them captive, that they may have compassion on them.
That the Gentile may have compassion on us. Take it easy. Don't break it off in us.
For they be thy people and thy inheritance, which thou broughtest forth out of Egypt from the midst of the furnace of iron, that thy eyes may be open unto the supplication of thy servant, and unto the supplication of thy people Israel, to hearken unto them and all that they call for unto thee. For thou didst separate them from among all the people of the earth.
And Yahweh did separate from all the people on earth because he wanted us to be different and unique and not like other people.
To be thy inheritance, as thou spakest by the hand of Moses thy servant, when thou broughtest our fathers out of Egypt.
Okay, that's all. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's go to 2 Kings. 2 Kings. Second Kings, start the first verse. And 2 Kings 18 and 1.
2 Kings chapter 18, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the third year of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, that Hezekiah, the son of Ahaz, king of Judah, began to reign. 25 years old was he when he began to reign, and he reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Abi, the daughter of Zechariah, and he did that which was right in the sight of Yahweh.
Now he did what was right in the eyes of Yahweh,
according to all that David his father did.
His forefather David.
He removed the high places and brake the images and cut down the groves and break in pieces the brazen serpent that Moses had made. For unto those days the children of Israel did burn incense to it, and he called it Nehushtan. He trusted in Yahweh Elohim of Israel.
He trusted in Yahweh.
so that after him was none like him among all the kings of Judah, nor any that were before him. For he clave unto Yahweh,
He got real close to Yahweh, got next to him. Let's see what he did to do that.
and departed not from following him,
And he never stopped following Yahweh,
but kept his commandments,
kept Yahweh commandments,
which Yahweh commanded Moses.
which Yahweh told Moses to tell us to do.
And Yahweh was with him,
Yahweh was with him. Why? Because he kept the commandment. That's when he was with him.
and he prospered whithersoever he went forth.
And why did he prosper? Because he was keeping the commandments of Yahweh. That's when he prospered.
And he rebelled against the king, against the king of Assyria,
And he wasn't studying no king of Assyria.
and served him not.
And didn't serve him not, didn't do nothing he said. He told him to work on the Sabbath day. He wouldn't do it. Eat pork chops. He wouldn't do it. Celebrate this. He wouldn't do it. Stand up and serve the flag. He wouldn't do it. Anything against the commandments of Yahweh, he didn't do it. Read.
He smote the Philistines, even unto Gaza and the borders thereof, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against Samaria and besieged it. And at the end of 3 years they took it, even in the 6th year of Hezekiah, that is the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel, Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria, and put them in Halah and in Habor by the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes,
Let's see why it happened.
because they obeyed not the voice of Yahweh their Elohim,
When you don't obey the voice of Yahweh, you're going to get your head knocked off some kind of way.
but transgressed his covenant,
And transgress the covenant. The covenant is the commandment. Transgress, didn't keep the commandments.
and all that Moses the servant of Yahweh commanded,
And everything that Moses told us to do, didn't do it.
and would not hear them,
And would not hear them.
nor do them.
And would not do them. These people right now today, the same way. They don't want to hear nothing about the commandments, and they don't want to do them. That's when you're going to get your head knocked off. Let's know that part. Okay, let's go to second Chronicles. Just know you got something coming. That's all. You ain't got to never keep the commandments. Never do right in the Almighty eyesight, but you're going to pay for it. Just know that part. That's the part you don't want to talk about. Just know you got to pay. Let's see. Second Chronicles, let's see. 24. Okay, yeah. Second Chronicles 24, and start that first verse.
2 Chronicles chapter 24, verse 1. Joel was 7 years old when he began to reign.
Did y'all know it was a king named Joash? Joash was 7 years old when he became a king. Was the youngest king that ever lived.
And he reigned 40 years in Jerusalem.
He was a 7-year-old king, reigned 40 years.
His mother's name also was Zabiah of Beersheba. And Joash did that which was right in the sight of Yahweh all the days of Jehoiada the priest.
He did what was right.
And Jehoiada took for him 2 wives, and he begat sons and daughters.
He had 2 wives and had sons and daughters.
And it came to pass after this that Joel was minded to repair the house of Yahweh. And he gathered together the priests and the Levites, and said unto them, Go out unto the cities of Judah, and gather of all Israel money to repair the house of your Elohim from year to year, and see that ye hasten the matter. Howbeit the Levites hastened it not. And the king called for Jehoiada the chief, and said unto him, Why hast thou not required of the Levites to bring in out of Judah and out of Jerusalem the collection according to the commandment of Moses the servant of Yahweh and of the congregation of Israel for the tabernacle of witness? For the sons of Athaliah, that wicked woman, had broken up the house of Elohim, and also all the dedicated things of the house of Yahweh did they bestow upon false deity. And at the king's commandment they made a chest, and set it without at the gate of the house of Yahweh. And they made a proclamation through Judah and Jerusalem to bring in to Yahweh the collection that Moses the servant of Elohim laid upon Israel in the wilderness. And all the princes and all the people rejoiced and brought in and cast into the chest until they had made an end. Now it came to pass that at what time the chest was brought unto the king's office by the hand of the Levites, and when they saw that there was much money, the king's scribe and the high priest officers, the king's scribe and the high priest officer came and emptied the chest and took it and carried it to its place again. Thus they did day by day and gathered money in abundance. And the king and Jehoiada gave it to such as did the work of the service of the house of Yahweh, and hired masons and carpenters to repair the house of Yahweh, and also such as wrought iron and brass to mend the house of Yahweh. So the workmen wrought, and the work was perfected by them, and they set the house of Elohim in its state and strengthened it. And when they had finished it, they brought the rest of the money before the king and Jehoiada, whereof were made vessels for the house of Yahweh, even vessels to minister and to offer withal, and spoons, and vessels of gold and silver. And they offered burnt offerings in the house of Yahweh continually all the days of Jehoiada. But Jehoiada waxed old and was full of days when he died. 130 years old was he when he died. And they buried him in the city of David among the kings, because he had done good in Israel, both toward Elohim and toward his house. Now after the death of Jehoiada came the princes of Judah and made obeisance to the king. Then the king hearkened unto them, and they left the house of Yahweh Elohim of their fathers, and served groves and idols. And wrath came upon Judah and Jerusalem for this their
Now you
trespass.
see how fast when the righteous die, how the wicked take over, the wicked start going back doing wicked.
Yet he sent prophets to them to bring them again unto Yahweh, and they testified against them, but they would not give ear.
They didn't want to hear the right. They didn't want to hear what's right. They want to do what they want to do.
And the spirit of Elohim came upon Zechariah the son of Jehoiada the priest, which stood above the people, and said unto them, Thus saith Elohim, why transgress ye the commandments of Yahweh?
Why y'all want to keep doing wrong and wicked in the eyes of Yahweh?
That ye cannot prosper.
You cannot prosper without Yahweh. If you don't keep his commandments and laws and statutes, you ain't going to prosper. You will always fail. Common sense.
Because ye have forsaken Yahweh.
Because you forget about Yahweh. You think Yahweh going to bless you and have mercy on you and do all right with you when you forsake him?
He have also forsaken you.
When you forget about the Most High Yahweh, he gonna forget about you. Now read that verse again. Read that whole verse again.
And the spirit of Elohim came upon Zechariah the son of Jehoiada the priest, which stood above the people, and said unto them,
and said to the people,
Thus saith Elohim,
I'm talking about Yah.
Why transgress ye the commandments of Yahweh?
Why do people don't want to keep the commandment? Why y'all transgress? Why y'all make excuses? Why y'all always want to make an excuse why you can't keep the commandment? Well, he done away with them. He changed everything. Don't nobody know what it is. All this and that. Why are you making excuses? Keep on making excuses. Read.
That ye cannot prosper.
When you make excuses for not keeping Yahweh commandment, you ain't gonna prosper.
Because ye have forsaken Yahweh.
Because when you do this, you forsake Yahweh. That means you ain't studying Yahweh. And watch this, y'all.
He has also forsaken you.
Yahweh ain't studying you either. If you ain't studying him, he ain't studying you. And that's anybody. If a person hates you and ain't studying, you gonna be studying him. If you is gonna study you, a retarded damn fool. You gonna study somebody that ain't studying you? Read.
And they conspired against him and stoned him with stones at the commandment of the king in the court of the house of Yahweh.
Okay, that's all I need. Let's see, 26. Go to Chronicle 26. Yeah, Second Chronicle. Is this Second Chronicle? No, I said Second Chronicle.
You said Proverbs.
No. Second Chronicle. Where you just left for Second Chronicles, chapter 26. and the 12th verse, 26 and 12.
2 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 12. The whole number of the chief of the fathers of the mighty men of valor were 2,600, and under their hand was an army 300,000 and 7,500 that made war with mighty power to help the king against the enemy. And Uzziah prepared for them throughout all the host shields and spears and helmets and habergeons and bows and slings to cast stones. And he made in Jerusalem engines invented by cunning men to be on the towers and upon the bulwarks.
Did y'all know engines was way back out in way thousands of years ago before this man talking about he invented the engine? Engines was already on deck. The same thing has now. The guava card the past. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna prove to y'all that there was engines way before we was born and before it was the United States. Let's go to Ecclesiastes right quick. Let me show them something right quick. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. Now I'm talking about engines, motors and stuff was already before this time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9.
What did it say?
The things that have been, it is that which shall be.
The thing that has been, it what shall be.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
That's what shall be done.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Ain't nothing new under no sun. This ain't new.
Is there anything whereof it may be said?
Is there anything it may be said? Oh, they made a new motor.
See, this is new. It have been already of old time.
It was way before we was born, way before the United States was discovered, way before.
Which was before us.
Which was before us. They had motors and engines way back in the day before it was us. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Read that lick again. That 9th verse.
The thing that have been, it is that which shall be.
The thing is already should be.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. It was already here before. You just didn't know.
Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new?
Oh, I got a new engine. No, it was one already before that.
It had been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
Okay, let's go back to 2 Chronicles 26. And what verse was you at? Yeah, 15. Yeah.
And he made in Jerusalem engines invented by cunning men to be on the towers and upon the bulwarks, to shoot arrows and great stones withal. And his name spread far abroad, for he was marvelously helped till he was strong. But when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction, for he transgressed against Yahweh as Elohim.
You transgressed against Yahweh.
And went into the temple of Yahweh to burn incense upon the altar of incense.
And went and burn incense up on the altar.
And Azariah the priest went in after him, and with him 80 priests of Yahweh that were valiant men. And they withstood Uzziah the king, and said to him, it appertained not unto thee, Uzziah, to burn incense unto Yahweh.
To burn incense to Yahweh. I didn't tell you to do that.
But to the priests, the sons of Aaron, that are consecrated to burn incense.
They the ones should burn incense, not know anybody. You got to be a Levite.
Go out of the sanctuary.
Get on out of here.
For thou hast transgressed.
Because you have transgressed. Who is you? You ain't no Levite. Ain't nobody gave you orders to do nothing.
Neither shall it be for thy honor from Yahweh Elohim. Then Uzziah was wroth, and had a censer in his hand to burn incense. And while he was wroth with the priest, the leprosy even rose up in his forehead before the priest in the house of Yahweh from beside the incense altar. And Azariah the chief priest and all the priests looked upon him, and behold, he was leprous in his forehead.
He was white in the forehead, because leprosy is white.
And they thrust him out from thence.
And he threw him out.
Yea, himself hasted also to go out, because Yahweh had smitten him.
Yahweh had smitten him with leprosy.
And Uzziah the king was a leper unto the day of his death.
He was a leper to the day of his death.
And dwelt in a several house, being a leper, for he was cut off from the house of Yahweh. And Jotham his son was over the king's house, judging the people of the land. Now the rest of the acts of
that's all I needed. Yeah. You can't get big headed and get beside yourself and think the Most High gonna have mercy on you. What was that? 20. Let's see. We'll go to Ezra 10. Ezra chapter 10 is right. Let's start at the first verse.
Ezra chapter 10, verse 1. Now when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of Elohim, there assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept very sore.
It wept very sore. Watch this.
And Shechaniah the son of Jael, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, We have trespassed against our Elohim, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land.
See, when you take strange wives from the people of the land, you ain't supposed to be integrate. Because somebody asked me last week, was it okay to integrate? Now this was a transgression. And then I'm gonna talk about somebody asked me about how we're gonna leave here. Don't let me forget to show them how we're gonna leave here. Start all over with that second verse again.
And Shechaniah the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answering and said to Ezra, We have trespassed against our Elohim.
We have sinned against Yahweh. Trespass means he have sinned. Now watch how he's sinned now.
And have taken strange wives of the people of the land.
Took the other wives that wasn't Israelites.
Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our Elohim to put away all the wives.
Get rid of the strange wives, the wives that ain't no Israelites.
And such as are born of them, according to the counsel of my master, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our Elohim, and let it be done according to the law.
That's right. Be done according to the law.
Arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. We also will be with thee. Be of good courage, and do it. Then arose Ezra, and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they should do according to this word.
Made them swear that they're going to do according to this word.
And they swear.
And they swear that they're going to serve Yah.
Then Ezra rose up from before the house of Elohim, and went into the chamber of Jehohanan, the son of Eliashib. And when he came thither, he did eat no bread, nor drink water, for he mourned because of the transgression of them that had been carried away. And they made proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem unto all the children of the captivity, that they should gather themselves together unto Jerusalem, and that whosoever would not come within 3 days, according to the counsel of the princes and the elders, all his substance should be forfeited, and himself separated from the congregation of those that had been carried away. Then all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together unto Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 20th day of the month, and all the people sat in the street of the house of Elohim, trembling because of this matter, for there the great rain. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed.
Ye have transgressed.
And have taken strange wives.
When you take a strange wife that's not an Israelite, that's a transgression. You have sinned against Yahweh when you marry a Chinese or Japanese or something.
To increase the trespass of Israel. Now therefore make confession unto Yahweh Elohim of your fathers.
Make a confession.
And do his pleasure.
And do his pleasure.
And separate yourselves from the people of the land.
And separate yourself from the people of the land.
And from the strange wives.
And get away from your strange wife, because you didn't have no business with it in the first place.
Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, As thou hast said, so must we do.
So must we do. Ain't no might do. We must will do.
But the people are many, and it is a time of much rain.
Okay, that's all I need. I just wanted that transparent, let the people know that they supposed to stay in their race. Don't supposed to be going out their race. Because somebody had asked me a question last year about that. Let's see. Let's go to Nehemiah 1 and started Nehemiah 1 and 4.
Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 4. And it came to pass, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept.
And Nehemiah sat down and wept.
And mourned certain days, and fasted, and prayed before the Elohim of heaven, and said,
This what he said now. This what Nehemiah said.
I beseech thee,
I beg thee,
O Yahweh Elohim of heaven,
O Yahweh, the God of heaven.
the great and terrible Elohim,
He great and he terrible.
that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments.
That keepeth covenant to the ones that love him and keep his commandments and observe him, the ones that love him, because if you love him, you're going to keep the commandments. Just that simple, y'all. The book popping.
Let thy ear now be attentive,
and
thy eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant.
Hear what Nehemiah saying. That's a servant of Yahweh. Like us, we are servants of Most High Yah.
Which I pray before thee now.
I pray right now today before you, Yah.
Day and night.
Day and night.
For the children of Israel, thy servants.
I pray for the children of Israel, thy servants.
And confess the sins of the children of Israel.
And confess the sins of the children of Israel. They've been rotten and no good and low down and dirty. Ain't kept his commandments.
Which we have sinned against thee.
Which we all have sinned against Yahweh. Not just somebody, everybody, all the people, me too.
Both I and my father's house have sinned.
Both I and my father, I have sinned, Yahweh. I've been a low down, dirty, no good dog, and I'm begging you to have mercy on me, y'all. That's what you're supposed to tell them, because all y'all that did the same thing. They've been a no good, rotten dog when you don't keep his commandments. Read.
We have dealt very corruptly against thee.
And when you have dealt very corruptly against Yahweh by not keeping his commandments, because that's what he's talking about.
And have not kept the commandments.
And have not kept the commandments, because you're rotten.
Nor the statutes.
Nor kept his statutes.
Nor the judgments.
Nor kept his judgments.
Which thou commandest thy servant Moses.
Which he told Moses to tell us to do.
Remember.
It didn't say forget. Remember. Now watch this. Remember.
I beseech thee.
I beg thee, Yahweh. Now he said, he telling Yahweh to remember. I beg thee. This near my praying for us. Read.
The word that thou commandest thy servant Moses.
The same word that you told your servant Moses.
Saying, if you transgress.
If you transgress, if you sin against Yahweh, you transgress. Read.
I will scatter you abroad among the nations.
That's the reason why we scattered abroad among the nations, because we transgress. That's when you're in the United States, because you transgress. Our forefathers did. That's when we here, because our forefathers transgressed. Read.
But if ye turn unto me.
But while you in captivity and you transgress and still in captivity, but if you turn to me while you in captivity, in slavery.
And keep my commandments.
While you in captivity.
And do them.
Don't talk about them, be about them.
Though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven.
There were most of y'all cast out of the part of the heaven.
Yet will I gather them from thence.
Yet will I gather them from this in captivity. While you keep my commandment, I'm going to bring you back home.
And will bring them unto the place that I have told you to set my name there.
That's right. And I'm going to bring you to the place that I showed to put my name there. Just that simple. Now, when you in captivity and you turn to Yahweh, he going to have mercy on you. So don't never tell me that you can't keep his commandment, that you are a lie. I don't care who you is. This say we was in captivity, and while you in captivity, you turn to Yahweh and keep his commandment, he going to deliver you. Just that simple.
Now,
that's all I needed. Now, do I need to read it again? Did everybody understand that quote? Or do I need to read it one more time? Because we got a lot of retarded people be talking about you can't do this, you can't do that. Do y'all want me to read it again? Okay, got it. Who out there want me to read it again? They didn't understand what it said, interpreted what it said. Okay. All right. Them the ones that's got some sense. Now, if you don't understand it, then I'm going to read it again, because I don't want you to never tell me that the law been done away with. The Almighty done changed everything. Now, okay, they got it. Let's go to Psalms. Everybody want to make an excuse not to serve Yahweh. Them ain't no excuses. Don't want to serve Yahweh. Well, if you don't love him, just say you don't. You say you hate. When you ask a person, do they love Yahweh? They gonna say yeah, and I'm gonna say you a lie. Anybody that say they love Yahweh and don't keep his commandments is a MF lie. Go to Psalm 17. Start at first word.
Psalm chapter 17, verse 1. Hear the right, O Yahweh, attend unto my cry, give ear unto my prayer that goeth not out of vain lips. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thy eyes behold the things that are equal. Thou hast proved my heart. Thou hast visited me in the night.
That's right. Yahweh proved my heart, and he visited me at the night while I'm asleep.
Thou hast tried me.
Tried me.
And shall find nothing.
And ain't gonna find none, no iniquity in me, because I ain't gonna do no wrong, because I love the commandments.
I am purpose that my mouth shall not transgress.
That my mouth ain't gonna transgress. My mouth ain't gonna never say you ain't supposed to keep the commandments and laws and statutes of Yahweh. Mouth ain't gonna never say that. Mouth always gonna tell you to do it. That's right. That's all I needed. Cold-blooded right here. Go to Psalm 37. Start at the 20. Let me see. Start at 26. 37 and 26. Corn.
Psalms chapter 36 verse Psalms chapter 37 verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed.
And his seed is blessed.
Depart from evil.
Depart from evil. Stop doing evil.
And do good.
And do the commandment, because that's what's good.
And dwell forevermore.
And dwell forevermore.
For Yahweh loveth judgment.
Yahweh loveth judgment. So if you keeping Yahweh judgment, he love you.
And forsaken not his saints.
And he don't forget about his saints, the one that love him.
They are preserved forever.
They put up, protected and put up forever.
But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
The seed of the wicked won't get their head knocked off. The wicked is the one say you can't keep the commandments and the law. That's the wicked.
The righteous shall inherit the land.
Only the righteous going to inherit the land. And what make you righteous? The commandments.
And dwell therein forever.
And we're going to dwell there forever.
The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom.
The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom. That's what me and y'all brothers and sisters on here, when y'all go about y'all life, you speaking wisdom.
And his tongue talketh of judgment.
And I'm talking about Yahweh judgment.
The law of his Elohim is in his heart.
The law of God, my God is in my heart. The law is in my heart.
None of his steps shall slide.
I ain't going to make no mistake, because I know right from wrong.
The wicked watcheth the righteous.
The wicked always watching me.
And seeketh to slay him.
And trying to kill me.
Yahweh will not leave him in his hand.
Yahweh ain't going to let you do nothing to me.
Nor condemn him when he is judged.
When he is judged.
Wait on Yahweh.
Wait on Yah. That's what I'm doing. Waiting on Yah. But in the process of waiting on you, got something to do. Watch this.
and keep his way,
and keep Yahweh's way. What is his way? The commandments.
and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land.
And you gonna wait on Yahweh, keep his, make sure you inherit the land.
When the wicked are cut off,
When the wicked and got their head knocked off, they don't exist no more.
thou shalt see it.
I'm gonna see when Yahweh kill my enemies. You understand me? Read.
I have seen the wicked in great power,
I seen the wicked got more money and everything than me. I see him.
it's spreading himself like a green bay tree.
And spreading himself abroad. Everybody talking about him. Everybody know him and this, that, and other because he got all the money. Everybody know him. He's a celebrity, big time, big shot. What verse you at?
36. Yeah, he passed away,
Yeah, you die. You still gonna die. Pass away.
and lo, he was not.
And you ain't nothing no more. You had it all. Now you ain't got nothing but a cemetery.
Yea, I saw him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man,
Mark the perfect man.
and behold the upright.
And behold the upright man.
For the end of that man is peace.
For the end of that man is peace.
But the transgressors shall be destroyed together.
What is the transgressor? The transgressor, the one that don't change, the one talking about you can't keep the commandment, law, and the statutes in America. The transgressor gonna perish, gonna get their head knocked off, gonna be destroyed. Read that again, 38.
But the transgressors shall be destroyed together.
Read it again.
But the transgressors shall be destroyed together.
Read it again.
But the transgressors shall be destroyed together.
You're gonna get your head knocked off because you transgressor ain't studying Yah. Read.
The end of the wicked shall be cut off.
Read it again.
The end of the wicked shall be cut off.
Read it again.
The end of the wicked shall be cut off.
Now read.
But the salvation of the righteous is of Yahweh.
The salvation of the righteous of Yah.
He is their strength in the time of trouble.
Yahweh gonna help me when I get in trouble. That's right. The strength to read it again.
But the salvation of the righteous is of Yahweh. He is their strength in the time of trouble.
Yeah, that's who I depend on.
And Yahweh shall help them
Yahweh gonna help them
and deliver them.
and deliver. He gonna help them and deliver them.
He shall deliver them from the wicked
He gonna deliver me from all the wicked people that hate me.
and save them
And he gonna save me
because they trust in him.
because I trust in y'all, fool. That's why he gonna save me. I trust in y'all. Y'all trust in guns. Y'all trust in men. Y'all trust in the system. Y'all trust in the government. Y'all trust in everybody but y'all. And that's when you're gonna fail. That's when you're gonna get your head knocked off. Because you trusting in the wrong thing and the wrong somebody. Okay, let's go to go to 51, Psalm 51. Start the first verse.
Psalm chapter 51, verse 1. Have mercy upon me, O Elohim, according to thy loving kindness, according to the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions.
Forget all about my transgression.
Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin.
That's right. Only Yahweh can do that.
For I acknowledge my transgressions,
I know I've been no good, rotten, and dirty. I acknowledge that I have sinned against my Creator, which is Yahweh, and I'm sorry, and I'm begging you for mercy, and I didn't change. Read.
and my sin is ever before me. Against thee, thee only, have I sinned,
Against thee, I sinned against Yah.
and done this evil in thy sight,
And I did all this evil in Yahweh's sight.
that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
Because mother, I was born in sin.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities.
But I done all my iniquity.
Create in me a clean heart,
Clean out me a clean heart.
O Elohim, and renew a right spirit within me.
That's right. Renew a right spirit in me.
Cast me not away from thy presence,
Don't get rid of me, Yah.
and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
Don't take your Holy Spirit from me. Keep it with me.
Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then will I teach transgressors thy way.
I'm going to teach the transgressors, the people on here that don't believe in Yahweh and think it's a joke. I'm teaching the transgressors the way to Yah. That's my duty and my job.
And sinners shall be converted to thee.
And sinners, the people that hated Yah yesterday, they love him today. Because there's people on here that didn't used to serve Yah and stuff like. So it's my job to teach y'all to come back to Yah. I know you hated Yah once upon a time. The majority of y'all did, because you didn't keep his laws and commandments. So when you learn better, you're supposed to do better. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. The Almighty allow you a chance. Man ain't. Man gonna throw you on the bus and say you what you is, it still is. You ain't changed. But that's okay, as long as the Most High know. Okay, let me go to let me see. '59, Psalm 59, and the first verse.
Psalm chapter 59, verse 1. Deliver me from my enemies,
Always deliver me from my enemies, Yahweh.
O my Elohim.
That's right.
Defend me from them that rise up against me.
Protect me from everybody that's trying to rise up and get over on me.
Deliver me from the workers of iniquity.
Deliver me from these workers of iniquity.
And save me from bloody men.
And save me from these bloody men, these murderers.
For, lo, they lie in wait for my soul.
They waiting on my soul.
The mighty are gathered against me.
The mighty gathered against me. They got more guns and money than me.
Not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Yahweh. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Await to help me, and behold, thou therefore, O Yahweh Elohim of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, await to visit all the heathen.
Visit all the Gentiles.
Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors.
Don't have no mercy on no wicked transgressor. The people that won't change, the people that's stubborn, arrogant, and bullheaded and stiff-necked, don't have no mercy on them.
Selah. They return at evening.
Okay, that's all I needed with that. Now let's go to Psalm. Now let me show y'all the reason why this world is like it is today. Let me show y'all the reason why the world is corrupt and like it is today. Go to Isaiah 24. This is corn, y'all. Isaiah the 24th verse. And start at the 4.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4.
Pay attention, y'all.
The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
The earth mourning and faded away.
The world languisheth and fadeth away.
The world language and faded away.
The haughty people of the earth do languish.
The haughty people, the arrogant people do language.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Why is the earth defiled under the habits thereof? This is why the earth is defiled.
Because they have transgressed the laws.
Because these folks do not keep the law. They transgress the law.
Change the ordinance.
They change the ordinance. They change the Sabbath to Sunday.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
They broken the everlasting covenant. Yahweh got 8 covenants that they all breaking. They don't keep none of the covenants of Yah.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
That's the reason why the earth is cursed with this weather. The Almighty used the weather to curse it. Read.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
Are desolate.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
That's right. This world is in a chaos and a turmoil because they have forsaken the Most High Yah. Now read that 5th verse again.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
It's defiled.
because they have transgressed the laws.
Because these folks in the world do not keep Yahweh law. That's why.
Change the ordinance.
They changed his ordinance. Change Sunday. Change his ordinance mean and they don't pay Yahweh no attention.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
And broken the everlasting covenant. They trying to say there ain't no such thing as the Sabbath, and Sabbath is Sunday, and all that. They've been broken the everlasting covenant.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
That's the reason why the curse is up on the earth. Now that your answer is.
And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
That's right. So let's go to 40. Let's go to 43 Psalms. 25. 43 and 25.
Psalm chapter.
Isaiah 43 and 25. You get drilled. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 25. I, even I, and he that blotted out thy transgressions for my own sake.
Yahweh said, I'm the one blotted out transgressions for their own sake.
And will not remember thy sins.
And I ain't going to remember your sins.
Put me in remembrance.
Just put me in remembrance.
Let us plead together.
Let us plead together.
Declare thou that thou mayest be justified.
That you may be justified.
Thy first father have sinned.
Adam, the first father, have sinned.
And thy teachers have transgressed against me.
And these teachers have transgressed against Yahweh, talking about the law is done away with. You can't keep it no more, and this and that and that and this.
Therefore I have profaned the princes of the sanctuary, and have given Jacob to the curse.
That's the reason why I give Jacob to the curse. That's when we're being cursed.
And Israel to reproaches.
And Israel to reproaches. Okay. Now let's go to 66. Now watch this, what we're going to be doing on the Sabbath day. Watching the wicked burn. Isaiah 66. I think I want to start at the... the 15.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For, behold, Yahweh will come with fire.
Yahweh coming with fire. This don't sound like love to me.
And with chariots like a whirlwind.
And with chariot like a whirlwind, coming like a tornado.
To render his anger with fury.
To render his anger with fury. The almighty upset and mad boy, somebody can get the head knocked off.
And his rebuke with flames of fire.
Flames of fire.
For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh.
Yahweh gonna plead with all flesh by fire and with a sword. Gonna be a lot of killing dead.
And the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
And he gonna kill a whole lot of people. Many.
They that sanctify themselves.
Now these are the ones he coming to kill. He gonna specify who he coming to kill. The one that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and the abomination of the mouth shall be consumed together, said Yahweh. That's who he coming to kill. Just know that.
And
now read that again.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst.
Think they better than everybody because they eating this abominable food.
Eating swine's flesh.
Yahweh say, I'm going to kill everybody that eats swine's flesh. So if you eating it, he going to kill you and he talking to you.
And the abomination and the mouse.
What is abomination? Abomination means disgusting and hatred and the sin. That's what it is. You ain't got no business putting that in your vessel, inside your system. And the mouse. Who eat the mouse? The Chinese.
Shall be consumed together.
What do consume mean? Consume mean destroy. Gonna be getting their head knocked off. So Yahweh said, I'm gonna kill everybody that's eating swine and all the people that's eating the mouse and they should be consumed. And who said it?
saith Yahweh,
Who said it?
saith Yahweh,
Who said it?
saith Yahweh.
I'm just quoting what the book say. Now skip on down to 23.
Verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another,
One new moon to another,
and from one Sabbath to another,
and one Sabbath to another, every Sabbath. Watch what we're going to do on the Sabbath day.
shall all flesh come to worship before me.
All flesh going to worship before Yahweh on the Sabbath day. Now watch this.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said it.
And they shall go forth.
And on the Sabbath day, we're going to go forth.
And look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
And we're going to look upon everybody that hated Yahweh. Everybody that hated Yahweh going to be burned. We're going to look up on the carcasses of everybody, your relatives, your cousin, your friend, your enemies, everybody.
For their worm shall not die.
Their worm shall not die.
Neither shall their fire be quenched.
Fire ain't going to never be put out.
And they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
And they're going to be hated above all flesh. That's what's going to happen on the Sabbath day. You're going to go look at all the people that transgress against Yahweh. They never changed. They stayed the same. He talking to the people that never changed and the people that stayed the same. Now, so that's what's going to happen. He going to kill you for eating pork. Then on the Sabbath day, we're going to go look at all the people that didn't change. All the people that hated Yahweh. All the people that love the New Testament and Islam and Christianity and Muslims, all them people gonna get their head knocked off. Because the first commandment say, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. And boy, you put everything in this world before Yah. And you think he loved you, you a retarded fool. Let me show you that. He said, I love them to love me. Those who seek me early shall find me. Come on, let me go find that right quick. This is what we love. Go to Proverbs. You think Yahweh love you, you got to be retarded. He mad at you every day just because he woke you up don't mean he love you. Don't get it twisted. Let me see what I want to see. Let me see. I'm finna find something right quick. Let me see. Go to Proverbs 8. Proverbs 8 and 17. What did Proverbs 8 and 17 say?
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. I love them that love me.
Y'all say, I love them that love me.
And those that seek me early shall find me.
That's right. He don't love no everybody. He just love the one that love him. Now go to Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2 and 8.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 8. The priest said not, where is Yahweh?
The priest said, where is Yahweh?
And they that handle the law knew me not.
And those that handle the law knew him not.
The pastors also transgressed against me.
All the pastors, the preachers, all these preachers transgressed against Yahweh.
And the prophets prophesied by false deity.
They prophesied by the New Testament and the Quran, false deities.
And walked after things that do not profit.
And y'all walk out the things that do not profit. You ain't going to profit from no New Testament. You ain't going to profit from the Quran, the Book of the Dead, the Hadith, none of them books. You ain't going to profit from that. Nobody. You ain't going to be able to do it. Let's go to 3. Let's see, Jeremiah 3. Let's see. Yeah. So Jeremiah 3, chapter 3, verse 11.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 11. And Yahweh said unto me, the backsliding Israel have justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Now the backsliding used to do right but doing wrong. A hypocrite now. Talking about a hypocrite.
Go and proclaim these words toward the north.
Toward the north.
And say, return, thou backsliding Israel.
Yahweh want us to return. That means when you learn better, do better. Return mean come back to me. I know you ran away, but come back.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh say come back to him.
And I will not cause my anger to fall upon you.
I ain't gonna be mad at you forever, but if you don't, I'm gonna kill you. But I say, come on back, Israel. Yahweh said, come on back. He called you, telling you, come on back. Read.
For I am merciful, saith Yahweh.
I'm merciful. I forgive you. I know you raped, robbed, steal, and did everything under the sun, broke my commandments, and hated me. I know you hated me, but come back, Israel. Read.
I will not keep anger forever.
I ain't gonna be mad at my people forever. All I want you to do is change and come back to me. He'll allow you a chance. Come back to Yah. Because I ain't gonna be mad at you forever. But people will. You do something to a person, they ain't gonna never forgive you. Read.
Only acknowledge thy iniquity.
All Yahweh wants you to do is acknowledge your iniquity. Just pray and beg Yahweh for mercy that you've been a no good, rotten, dirty dog.
That thou hast transgressed against Yahweh the Elohim.
Only acknowledge that you transgressed against Yahweh.
And hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree.
And it did, just like the stranger under every green tree.
And ye have not obeyed my voice.
And you have not obeyed Yahweh's voice. There it is right there.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said you ain't did it.
Turn, O backsliding children.
Turn. Come back, y'all. And let's keep the commandment, the law, the statute. I know you hate me, but come on back. I'm allowing you another chance.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh told you to come back. Watch what he tells us.
For I am married unto you.
I'm married to the children of Israel. I love the children of Israel. That's my wife. Yahweh said, I'm married to the children of Israel. I didn't marry no other nation. I don't know nothing about no German, no Russian, no Chinese, no nothing else, no Indian. I married Israel. Read that part again. No, read 14 again.
Turn, O backsliding children.
Come back to me, y'all, my children.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said it.
For I am married unto you.
I'm married to the children of Israel. I didn't marry no German, no Russian, no Chinese.
And I will take you one of a city.
And I take you one out of a city.
And two of a family.
And two of a family.
And I will bring you to Zion.
And I'm going to bring you back home to Zion.
And I will give you pastors according to my heart.
And I'm going to give you pastors according to my heart. People like Moses, Noah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Amos, Nahum. Them kind of people. Just talking about Yahweh. And y'all not no people like TDJ, Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, or that other preacher. He ain't going to give you them kind.
Which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Popcorn and tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Gonna tell you the truth. Ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't gonna be none of that.
And it shall come to pass.
That's all I needed. Let's go to Jeremiah 33. Okay, Jeremiah 33 and 6.
Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 6. Behold, I will bring it health and cure, and I will cure them, and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth.
That's right.
And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as at the first.
That's right. We're going back home.
And I will cleanse them from all their iniquity.
All their iniquity.
Whereby they have sinned against me.
Have sinned against Yahweh.
And I will pardon all their iniquities.
And I'm going to forgive all their iniquities.
Whereby they have sinned, and whereby they have transgressed against me.
Everything that's when you turned over, changed, and came back to Yah.
And it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them. And they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it.
That's right. Yahweh say He's going to have mercy on us. Just want you to come on back home and change. Let me see Ezekiel. Let me go get somebody. Ezekiel. Okay. Ezekiel 2. And Ezekiel 2, start the first verse.
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee.
He's speaking to Ezekiel.
And his spirit entered into me when he spake unto me,
Spirit into Ezekiel.
and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me.
That's right. Watch this.
And he said unto me,
And Yahweh said to Ezekiel,
Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel,
I sent you to the children of Israel, talking about us,
to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me.
to a rebellious nation, hate Yah. Always talking about the New Testament or Quran or another book. Hate Yahweh.
They and their fathers have transgressed against me,
That's right. If transgressed against Yahweh,
even unto this very day.
even until right now. Because half of these Israelites is part-time Israelites. They only serve Yahweh when it's convenient for them, when they can, when they want to. Sometimes they don't love Yahweh with all their heart. That's part of their heart, and half of their heart. Read.
For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted.
Stiff-hearted and impudent. Disregard.
I do send thee unto them.
I'm sending you to these nappy-headed, hard-headed Israelites.
And thou shalt say unto them,
And this what you tell a nappy-headed Israelite, black man.
Thus saith Yahweh Elohim.
Thus said Yah. You understand me?
And they, whether they will hear, or
You tell them whether they hear,
whether they will forbear,
whether they won't hear. And that's my job right now today. I'm popping corn telling you what thus said Yahweh say. I don't care if you hear or you don't hear. I know half of y'all ain't gonna hear and half gonna hear. So I'm talking to two different people. Read.
For they are a rebellious house.
A rebellious house. They hate Yah. Don't never want to do what Yahweh said, but Mr. Charlie tell them to come on and work on the Sabbath day. They break their neck to get the Sabbath, get to work. Whatever the Gentile tell you to do, you love when he tell you to do something. You do it exactly what he say. Read.
Yes, shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
That's right. Yet they're going to know that a prophet been among them, Ezekiel said.
And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them.
Don't be afraid of popcorn and tell them what I say. I ain't scared of nobody. I'm always going to tell them about Yahweh. I be at work popping corn. Boy, they mad as a bear up in there. I don't care nothing about nobody getting mad. You better not build a bop at a barbershop. You understand me? Read.
Neither be afraid of their words.
I ain't studying what they talking about.
So briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words.
Don't be afraid of what nobody talking about. I'm going to do this and you ain't going to do nothing.
Nor be dismayed at their looks.
That's right.
Though they be a rebellious house.
Or be a rebellious house. Hate Yah.
And thou shalt speak my words unto them.
I'm speaking Yahweh words where I go to the White House and tell them. CNN and tell them anywhere. I popcorn, I tell them. What thus said Yah say. Read.
Whether they will hear.
I don't care if you hear.
Or whether they will forbear.
Or you don't want to listen. I'm still going to tell your nappy-headed, retarded, stupid tale what Yah say. I don't care if you get mad and don't want more popcorn. Read.
For they are most rebellious.
Most rebellious. They don't want to hear me talking. They don't want to hear me talking.
But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee.
Hear what I say unto thee. What verse you at?
8. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house.
Don't be like them.
Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein.
Okay, that's what I needed. All I needed. Don't never be scared to popcorn and tell the people about Yahweh. Never. They can't do nothing to you. Yahweh gonna knock their head off. Shit, better not. 18. Ezekiel 18. In the 20th verse.
Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
Yeah. The soul that sinned, it should die.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
Your son can't nobody die for you. You got to die for your own sins. Read.
Neither shall the Father bear the iniquity of the Son.
You got to die for your own sins. Can't nobody help nobody and save nobody.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him,
The righteousness of the righteous is going to be up on him. He going to get paid for his righteousness.
and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him.
And the wicked going to get paid for their wickedness. You know what's going to happen to the wicked. Going to get the head knocked off.
But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed,
But if the wicked straighten up and change, remember what I said, when you learn better, you do better. When you remember to do better. But if the wicked turn to Yah
and keep all my statutes,
and keep Yahweh's statutes,
and do that which is lawful and right,
and do what's lawful and right in the eyes of Yah,
he shall surely live.
you're going to be okay.
He shall not die.
He going to be all right.
All his transgressions that he hath committed,
Everything that he ever did ain't going to be mentioned. Read.
they shall not be mentioned unto him.
Now, who don't want that? Who don't want to change and serve Yah? Yahweh say, when you turn to me, I'm not going to remember what you did. All that evil, rotten, wicked stuff you did. I know you did it, but I want you to turn and change. Boy, read that again, that 21 again. Now, you tell me who don't want that.
But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed,
But if the wicked, everybody have been wicked, me and y'all and everybody in the world, but if the wicked turn to Yah, boy, that's how merciful he is. He wants you to change the turn. Read.
and keep all my statutes,
And keep his statutes. That's all he wants you to do. Turn to him and keep his statutes.
and do that which is lawful and right,
And do what's lawful and right. Keeping the commandments is lawful and right. Treating your brothers and sisters right is lawful and right. See, the commandments teach you how to treat people. They teach you how to treat people in this world. And do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Don't do nothing to nobody that you don't want them to do to you, fool. You think you can do something to somebody and ain't gonna get did back to you? Is you a retarded fool? Read it again. Read.
he shall surely live.
He gonna be all right.
He shall not die.
He should not die.
All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him.
The Almighty ain't gonna mention what he used to do, what she used to do, what he used to do. Used to was a rooster. He ain't crowing no more. That's what a used to is. Read.
And his righteousness that he hath done, he shall live.
And in his righteousness, that's what he should do. He should live.
Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die?
Almighty said, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to knock your head out. I don't get off on that. I don't have fun killing you, knocking your head out. I don't want to do that to you, but I will.
Saith Yahweh Elohim.
Yahweh said, I will though.
And not that he should return from his ways and live. But when the righteous turn away from his righteousness,
When the righteous man like me turn from unrighteousness
and committeth iniquity,
and I commit iniquity,
and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth,
and I start doing everything that the wicked folks do,
shall he live?
shall he live? No.
All his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned,
Everything that I did right ain't going to be mentioned.
and his trespass that he have trespassed, and his sin that he have sinned, and them shall he die.
He should die. I'm going to get my head knocked off if I transgress the law. If I start doing something different, the Almighty going to kill me.
Yea, ye say,
That's all I want. So you better do wrong. It's better to do wrong and do right than to do right, then go back to doing wrong. Boy, you ain't got no chance then. So do all your wrong now. And then when you do right, don't never go back to wrong. But if you do all the right and start doing wrong, boy, listen. You done effed up. Let's go to what was that, Ezekiel 18? Hold on, let me see if I want some more of this. Oh yeah, keep reading. Read at 25.
yea, ye say, the way of Yahweh is not equal.
You say Yahweh's way is not equal?
Hear now, O house of Israel, is not Yahweh equal?
Yahweh ain't equal to us.
Are not your ways unequal?
Our ways is unequal.
When a righteous man turneth away from his righteousness,
When a righteous man stopped keeping the laws and commandments and statutes and judgment,
and committeth iniquity,
and he started going to church and eating ham hocks and celebrating these pagan holidays and breaking the Sabbath,
and dieth in them, for his iniquity that he have done shall he die.
He gonna die and get his head knocked off.
Again, when the wicked man turneth away from his wickedness that he hath committed,
Again, when the wicked man stopped being wicked,
and doeth that which is lawful and right,
and he started doing right,
he shall save his soul alive.
He shall save his soul alive, because it's better to do wrong first than to do right, and to do right first and then doing wrong.
Because he considered and turneth away from all his transgressions that he hath committed,
because he stopped doing wrong and started doing right.
He shall surely live.
He gonna be okay. He gonna live.
He shall not die.
He ain't gonna die.
Yes, said the house of Israel, the way of Yahweh is not equal. O house of Israel, are not my ways equal? Are not your ways unequal?
That's right.
Therefore I will judge you, O house of Israel, everyone according to his ways.
I'm gonna judge everybody according to their ways. The Almighty gonna judge everybody according to the commandments.
Saith Yahweh Elohim.
Yahweh said, I didn't say it, the book said it.
Repent and turn yourselves from all your transgressions.
Repent! That's all he wants you to do is change. Repent.
So iniquity shall not be your ruin.
That's right. The stuff that you do is going to cause you to go to hell and get your head knocked off. All he wants you to do is change. Stop being so stubborn, hard-headed, stiff-necked, bull-headed, and can't nobody tell you nothing. I don't care how you was raised. You was raised wrong if you wasn't raised in Yahweh. I don't care who you is. If you wasn't raised according to these laws and statutes and commandments, you was raised wrong. I can't help because your mom and daddy didn't know nothing about Yah. But when you learn better, you do better. My parents didn't know nothing about it.
Cast away from you all your transgressions, whereby ye have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit.
That's right.
For why will ye die?
Why will you die?
O house of Israel, for I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth.
I don't got no pleasure with killing you. I don't want you to. I don't have fun killing my people, knocking my people out. But I ain't got no other choice if you don't change.
Saith Yahweh Elohim, wherefore turn yourselves and live ye.
That's right. The Almighty don't have no pleasure with killing his people. He want everybody to change. He want everybody to stop sinning, stop hating him. And he gonna knock your head off if you don't change. It's just that simple. Now go to Daniel. Daniel 9 and start at the third verse.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 3. And I set my face unto Yahweh Elohim to seek by prayer and supplications with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. And I prayed unto Yahweh my Elohim.
Daniel said, I prayed to Yahweh. He didn't pray to JC or no other God.
And made my confession.
He made his confession to Yahweh.
And said, O Yahweh, the great and dreadful Elohim.
He is great and dreadful.
Keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him and to them that keep his commandments.
And that's the only way you can love Yahweh. You got to keep his commandments. You can't love Yahweh and don't keep his commandments. You're a retarded fool.
We have sinned.
Daniel said, we have sinned. We all have sinned. He's right.
And have committed iniquity.
And we all have committed iniquity.
And have done wickedly.
And we all have done wickedly.
And have rebelled.
And we all have rebelled at once upon a time in life.
Even by departing from thy precepts and from thy judgments.
That's right, because we ain't always kept his precept, laws, and judgment and commandments. I didn't always do it.
Neither have we hearkened unto thy servants the prophets.
But we didn't listen to Jeremiah and Ezekiel when we was young. We didn't know nothing about Noah and Jeremiah and them, Moses.
which spake in thy name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. O Yahweh, righteousness belongeth unto thee,
Righteousness belong to Yah.
but unto us confusion of faces, as at this day, to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass that they have trespassed against thee.
So I said, trespass against Yah.
O Yahweh, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
Because we have sinned against thee, a curse upon us.
To Yahweh our Elohim belong mercies and forgivenesses,
That's right. Only Yahweh can forgive you.
though we have rebelled against him.
And we rebelled against Yah.
Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our Elohim
We ain't always obeyed the voice of Yah.
to walk in his laws,
He wants us to walk in his laws. When you obey his voice, you walk in his laws,
which he set before us by his servants the prophets,
which he sent by Moses the prophet, Jeremiah the prophet, Ezekiel the prophet, Daniel the prophet, which he told them to tell us.
yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law,
All Israel, me too, all Israel had transgressed the law. But when you learn better, you do better. That's the part you don't know.
even by departing,
Even by departing.
that they might not obey thy voice.
Ain't gonna obey the voice.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us,
That's the reason why the curse was poured upon us, because we didn't always obey Yahweh's voice. That's the reason the curse is upon us, because you didn't obey Yahweh's voice.
and the oath that is written in the law of Moses the servant of Elohim, because we have sinned against him.
Because we always sinned against Yahweh. Right now today, you're still doing it. Not me, but y'all, not all y'all, half of y'all. Because you got part-time Israelites, then you got full-time Israelites. The part-time hate y'all and the full-time love y'all. Read.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
That's when this great evil is upon us. Boy, if your life in turmoil, this evil, that's because Yahweh did it.
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil has come upon us.
All this evil come upon us. Why? Because we transgressed the law.
Yet made we not our prayer before Yahweh Elohim, that we might turn from our iniquities.
Turn from your iniquity. Stop doing wrong and do right.
And understand thy truth.
And understand Yahweh's truth. Y'all already know the truth is the law, the truth, and the truth is the law.
Therefore hath Yahweh watched upon the evil.
That's when Yahweh put this evil upon us.
And brought it upon us.
And brought upon us. Yahweh did this. Don't be mad at the white folk. The Almighty put this upon us. This is our punishment.
For Yahweh Elohim is righteous in all his works which he doeth.
That's what he do it.
For we obey not his voice.
If we had obeyed his voice, we wouldn't be over here.
And now, O Yahweh Elohim, thou hast brought thy people forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and hast gotten thee renown, as at this day. We have sinned, we have done wickedly. O Yah.
That's right, we have done wickedly. Now, I'm ready for comment and question. The Almighty want his people to change and come back to him. That's all he wants. When you learn better, you're supposed to do better. So when you learn how to serve Yahweh, start serving. Don't wait till next year. I'm gonna make a New Year resolution. I'm gonna start serving Yah January the 1st, which ain't even the New Year. Retarded fool. Now I'm ready for comment and question. Anybody got any comment and question? I'm ready. I just showed y'all about transgression the Most High. Oh, okay, Jewel Glad. Yeah, let's go to Isaiah 60, I think. Okay, all right, sister. Here we go right here. Isaiah 60. Let's see. Let's see what that said. Okay. Oh yeah, I got it. Isaiah 60 and the 9th verse.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 9.
This for Joel gladly, y'all.
Surely your owl shall wait for me,
The house shall wait for Yah.
and the ships of Tarshish first,
The ships of Tarshish first.
to bring thy sons from far.
To bring his son from far. Talking about us, coming from the United States.
Their silver and their gold with them,
And the silver and gold fortnights coming with us, silver and gold.
unto the name of Yahweh the Elohim,
And to the name of Yahweh the Elohim.
and to the Holy One of Israel,
To the Holy One of Israel.
because he hath glorified thee.
Right. That's what he said. He's going to use the ships of Tarshish to bring us back to the land. Yeah. That's what he's going to do. Now I'm ready for comment and question about the transgression. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just got it right out here. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Yeah, the ships of Tarshish. That's what the book say. Okay, Wisdom of Solomon. Let Ron Torres say go to Solomon. No, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 8, 28. Oh, we don't have it. They ain't got the Wisdom of Solomon. We ain't got that, brother. Okay, Tonio say go to Ezekiel 14 and 14. Okay, Russell here. You can tell Israelites was Negro blacks because they were hard-headed, always complain. Right, that's right. Still today, ain't never satisfied. He get 1 million, he want 2 million. He get 2 million, he want 3 million. He ain't never satisfied. Always want more. Greedy. He got that from the Gentiles though. They don't never get enough, and we don't never get enough. Okay,
Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 14. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job,
they were in it.
Were in it.
That's right, they were in it.
They should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness.
That's right. They only gonna say their own soul. They can't say their mama, daddy, brother, and sister, cousin, nephew, uncle, niece.
Saith Yahweh Elohim.
That's right. Everybody on their own on Judgment Day. Can't nobody help nobody. We all in it together, but we be on our own. I don't know why they saying chariots, but all I know. Okay, can you do a lesson on the next Israelite holiday? Next Israelite holiday. Okay, I'll try to figure that out, sister. Yeah, I'll try to. On the feast days and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to put something together. Yeah, I'll try. You're right, Alicia. I'll try to put something together. Yeah. Okay, Ron Torres say go to Psalms 136, 1 through 9. Psalm 136, 1 through 9.
Psalms chapter 136, verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh, for he is good, for his mercy endure forever. Oh, give thanks unto the Elohim of gods, for his mercy endure forever. Oh, give thanks to Yahweh of masters, for his mercy endure forever. To him who alone doeth great wonders, for his mercy endure forever. To him that by wisdom made the heavens, for his mercy endure forever. To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endure forever. To him that made great lights, for his mercy endure forever. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endure forever. The moon and stars to rule by night, for his mercy endure forever.
That's right. His mercy endure forever, because to put up with us, he got to be merciful. Because we the some of the most hard-headed people on earth. Everybody else love their God. Boy, the Israelites hate their God. Chinese love Buddha. Gentile white folks love JC. The Muslims love Allah. They love him. Boy, listen. Our people hate the Most High. I don't understand it for to save my life. Every nation on this earth love their God, but we do, but us. Okay, Rasta here say go. Okay, he changed it. Okay, quick reminder. Go to Joshua 1:1-7 through 9. Joshua. Yeah, see, the Almighty, he just want us to change. That's all. He want us to change because he know all of us have sinned. All of us have been wrong and did wrong. The Almighty wants you to come back to him. Okay, Rasta here say Joshua 1, chapter 1, verse 7 through 9. Go read.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
That's right. Don't go nowhere else. Stay right there with the commandments.
That thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This is the book of the law. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Oh, you popping corn right here. That's right.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage.
That's right.
Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh the Elohim is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
That's right. Wherever you go, Yahweh with you, boy, when you keep them commandments. You can't go wrong. I'd rather do them than not do them. I'd rather do them than not do them. I'd rather be safe than sorry. That's right. That's me. I'm going to take a chance on doing them than not doing them. Because I know if you don't do them, you're going to get your head knocked off. I know that part. I know that part. All right, appreciate it, Joel Gladden. Yeah, but our people' biggest problem is obeying. They don't want to obey. They don't want to obey Yah. That's what it is. They want to obey everybody. Everybody on earth can tell them something, but when Yahweh talk, they don't want to hear that. They listen to their boss. They listen to everybody. Shit. When it's time to vote, line full of our people. Oh, we voting tomorrow. Voting tomorrow. Oh, they got to sell at Walmart. I'll be there. Whatever you tell y'all to do, y'all gonna do it. If I work tomorrow on the Sabbath, I'll be making $40 an hour. I can't miss that money. I gotta go get that money. Whatever he say. But if Yahweh tell you to do something, you don't want to do it. That's when you get your head knocked off, don't be mad. When he kill your son, your daughter, your mama, everybody, then when he do a kid, don't be mad at y'all. Be mad at yourself. Because you should have obeyed the Most High. That's all you got to do. Okay, Ben Yah say Isaiah 40:22. Ben Yah say Isaiah 40:22.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in.
That's right. He do all that. Absolutely, Ben Yah. Praise the mighty Yah, brother. Okay, the holy genome is go to Psalms 19 and 8-11. Psalm 19, 8-11. Yeah.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 8. The statutes of Yahweh are right, rejoice in the heart. The commandment of Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yahweh are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned.
That's right. You're going to be warned. The commandment's going to teach you right from wrong. You're going to be warned.
And it keeps great reward.
Ooh, got a great reward, keep. That's really, I'm glad you said that, because that's when I'd rather keep them, because I got a great reward. Everybody that keep the commandments got a great reward coming. That was cold-blooded, the holy genome. Okay, Ron Tor say go to Psalms 119 and 59 through 63. So Psalms 119 started to 59 through 63.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
That's right. I didn't hesitate. I didn't say I'm going to keep them January the 1st, make them New Year's resolution. I ain't do that.
The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten thy law.
I ain't going to forget the law.
At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts.
That's right. You popcorn, Ron Tor. That's right. Let's see. Rasta here say go to Psalms 96, 1 through 6. Psalm 96, 1 through 6.
Psalms chapter 96, verse 1. Oh, sing unto Yahweh a new song. Sing unto Yahweh all the earth. Sing unto Yahweh, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. For Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods.
That's right.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
That's right. It was two dead flies.
But Yahweh made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary.
That's right. Popcorn Rasta here. Okay, Jules Glass said O and T can read in the Apocrypha the song of the third holy children and let me know if that sound familiar. Okay, I gotta write this down because I forget. Let me see. Go. Let me see what it say. Let me write it down. Let's see. Apocrypha. For some of the three holy children. Some of the three holy children. Okay. The three holy children. Okay. I look. Yeah, I got no Ecclesiastes. Let me see. No, all that's in the Apocrypha. I don't think I ain't got it on. I ain't got it here right now. Let me see. I think no. No, I ain't. I got it, but I ain't got it on here with me. Okay, I'll check it out. Do you have the Ecclesiastes? No, I ain't got it here. I got it, but I ain't got it on me right now. Okay, but tissue. Okay, it must be sad then, since you don't have a tissue. Yeah, I think that's in the Apocrypha. Ain't that in the Apocrypha? The Eclecticus? Eclecticus?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I think that's in the Apocrypha. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I got to get that one book, the Tulip. What she say? What was that? I forgot the name of it. The Septuagint Bible. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me write it down right quick. Let's see. Let's see. Cuss 19 and 19, 22. Okay, read. Oh, so Apocrypha don't make no difference. That's why I always follow Jeremiah 6 and 16. Okay, yeah. They'll say, y'all seek the old path, well, that's the good way. A lot of people like it. Okay. Well, one thing about it, if I do, when I read it, I'm gonna know the truth from a lie. I'm gonna know when to start lying. I know that for sure. They ain't gonna be able to fool or trick me, not no kind of way. I don't care what kind of book it is. If I do read, I'm gonna point out all the lies and keep all the truth. Cause one thing about it, if it don't line up with that Torah and that Tanakh, then it's a lie. It's a contradiction. Yeah. I know I found one line of Apocrypha. I forgot what book I was reading now, and it had JC name in it. That book is messy with truth and lies, just like the. Okay, scary. Yeah, I kind of figured that because I read it one time where JC name was missing in the Apocrypha. I forgot what book it's in, but it showed. I read it. I said, "Oh man, yeah." Oh yeah, but I forgot what book it was in though. Yeah, but I forgot the book that was in. Yeah, we already we already know who his son is. Exodus 4 and 22 tells you who his son is. But yeah, you can read it. Exodus 4 and 22. We already know who his son is. He never said that JC was his son. I got $1,000 if anybody can prove to me that Yahweh said JC is his son. You get paid. Exodus 4 and 22.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith Yahweh,
Thus said Yah.
Israel is my son.
Israel is my son. I didn't say the world was my son. I didn't say the Christians was my son. I didn't say the Muslims was my son, the Chinese and nobody else. I didn't say none of that. Read.
Even my firstborn.
He said Israel is his fourthborn. Yeah, bro, that's all I need. Yeah. But even in the New Testament, JC, they asked him, was he God's son? He said, you said that I was his son. He didn't even confess and say God was his son, his father. If anybody got any more comment or question? Okay. Is it a sin to erect a statue of man or woman to memorize them? Erect. I don't understand the question, Holy. Is it a sin to erect a statue? I don't know about whether it's a sin. I don't understand the question. Memorize them. You won't be disappointed in Ezra's got some. Yes, yeah, I think that's what I read in the Ezra. Yeah, yeah. If I ain't mistaken, that's what that's where it come from, Ezra. Yeah, I did read that with JC was in there. Somebody pointed it out to me years ago, and I read that in there. Mm-hmm. For example, I seen a statue of heathen Gentiles swore with shit. I can't say. I don't know. I mean, if you worship it, is a sin. You can't worship it. It's okay to. I Because they never mentioned the seer, for example. I seen this statue of heathen Gentile. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I wouldn't fool with it. Yeah, I wouldn't fool with it. Okay, yeah, it was Ezra 2. Let me see. Let me write this down. I'm gonna read this. I think it was I know it was in Ezra. I don't know which one though. Yeah. Oh, it's 2. Ezra's 2, 7 and 8. Oh, I'm gonna read it and make sure. Yeah. When I read that, I ain't want to have nothing else to do with it. I read that. A book of, okay. He said throw it away. Okay. If it said, for my son JC shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain should be joyful. Oh, okay. How did Moses, let me see, how did Pharaoh's daughter, did she I don't think she knew, did she? She knew it was black though. They asked him the question, how did Pharaoh's daughter know Moses was a Hebrew? I'm trying to.
Because he was escaping, because he was like in the basket, and she knew that was it her dad that sent out that order?
Oh yeah. That's how she knew. Yeah, because they was killing her daddy was killing the Hebrew children. Yeah.
Male children.
It was yeah. That's how you're right. See the her father. That's right. Yeah, because when her father was killing the Hebrew children, and she knew that was a Hebrew. Okay, go to Exodus 2 and 6. Yeah, Exodus 2 and 6. Yes, read Exodus 2 and 6. Yeah. That's a pretty good question.
Exodus chapter 2, verse 6. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby wept, and she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children.
Right. Yeah. Yep. You're right, sister. I mean, okay. Yeah. They said, no, that's not how she knew. Well, how did she know then? They said that ain't how she knew. Oh, yeah, we just read it. Yeah, you was right, though. Yeah, you was right. Exodus 2 and 6. Yeah, you was right about this, sister. I'm assuming you a sister. Read it one more time.
And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby wept, and she had compassion on him, and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children.
Okay. Okay, there was a Hebrew cloth in the basket with the baby Moses that had friends. Okay, yeah, I'll roll with that. Yeah, I will roll with that. Yeah, which makes sense. Yep, I agree with you with that. I can't argue that debate. Yep. The brothers and sisters, I'm gonna get ready to close out. And I hope everybody got something out of the lesson. Yep. Moses' mother put a cloth in the. Yeah, I'm sure did. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Had the fringes on it from in the basket. Yeah, but you're right. Hmm. Yeah. But brothers and sisters, I'm gonna get ready to close out. This lesson today make me strive to do better. All right, sister. Okay. Okay. All right then. Okay. Okay. So I agree with that. Yeah. But I'm gonna get ready to go and close out. And I hope everybody got something out of the lesson. And I want to give is it a sin not to? Well, you supposed to wear your fringes. You read Numbers 15, verse 37, and read all. Just read on the fringes. Read Numbers chapter 15, verse 37, all the way down, and it tell you about the fringes. Yeah, I'd rather wham than don't wham, cause the book say wham. Everything that the Most High told Moses to tell us to do, we supposed to be doing. That's how I do. You know, I mean, you ain't got to wham, but I'm gonna wham. I'm gonna wham. Cause I don't want to be disobedient to Yah. I'm gonna wear them fringes. Yeah, I gotta wear them. You know, to each his own. Everybody else, they got their own prerogative, but I'm gonna do what the book say.
What's the harm in wearing them? Is there a sin that says you are like what's the harm in wearing them?
I don't. No, ain't no harm in
is there a law that says Yahweh says do not wear fringes? Well, if
Right.
there isn't, then wear fringes.
Right.
Is there a law that says do not keep the Sabbath in this country? No, there isn't. So keep the Sabbath. Is there a law that says,
Well, like you say, if it's a law to say don't do it, that's one thing.
Exactly.
But right. Let me see. I hear you, Kevin. Kevin, Mr. Wade, Kevin. He said he rock 'em. Yeah, we rock ours too, bro. Everywhere we go. Yeah, we got. That's right, friends. That's right. We gonna rock them all the way to the graveyard. You understand me? Yeah. But I'm gonna go and get off here, brothers and sisters. I love everybody, and I thank y'all for listening to Yahweh word, cause that's all I know is to talk about Yah. Yes, sir. That's right. Got to rock them fringes, y'all. So all the brothers and sisters, y'all start wearing your fringes. Like I said, when you learn better, you're supposed to do better. And I want to give all honor, glory, praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. And shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters.